I mean, and we should be good like that, baby. Oh shit, we are live, doggy dogs. Yes sir, yes sir. Let's we haven't played no music this year, so let's do it like this.
Give it to him.
Salute my team.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's prayed to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. Hey, 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 hey.
Emotions out of focus, I'm crawling at my lowest. Feet hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move, burning to your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the booth. Woof, woof, hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang ebonic. Hang with the wolves or you gotta pull your weight. Told the biggest tool, keep one in the chain. This is not a date, dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake.
Yeah, the devil's prayed to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Pennies for my thoughts, I still can't make a dollar. Anybody home, Mr. 38 revolver. Holla, Lord, I need change.
Thought I'd bring it in the way we used to do it, baby. First time I play a song in the beginning of a podcast this new 2022. We got a birthday shout out, and this is a birthday shout out to a very, very loyal supporter of the podcast. I want to tell Brian happy birthday. And this happy birthday not only comes from us, but it comes from his girlfriend, kids, Alaya and Lex, and the love that we love him. I'm sorry about that. These are from your kids, a message from your kids, my G, Brian. They love you, and we appreciate everything that you do for them, is what they're saying. You know what I mean? You're a hard worker, bro, and we appreciate you, brother. You know what I mean? Happy birthday. I believe you are, if I remember correctly, 29 years old. You know, you're still young, baby. You know what I mean? So just keep on striving to be the greatest person that you can be, bro. And if there's any time that we can ever do anything for you, my G, we got you, dog. You know what I mean? And that came from your lady right there. She messaged me, and you know what to do, doggy. I mean, we love we love the homies. We love the people that support each other, right? That's how we do it right here. Today's podcast is brought to you by Wavy Bar. If you would like to learn how this particular chocolate bar can help improve your mental health, check them out on IG and TikTok at Wavy_bar, at Wavy_bar. And that is spelled WAVY_bar. I mean, correct spelling, right? Today's podcast is also brought to you by HRLS, which stands for Hood Raised Lifestyle.
That's right.
Now, these homies, man, a good group of homies right here. They've been supporting this podcast since year one. You know, and so anytime, if you've been with me since the beginning, you ain't got to pay no money. I mean, it'd be cool. You can drop off a t-shirt. Give that to me real quick, my boy. But anyways, these homies been rocking with us since year one. So anytime they reach out to me and they're like, hey, luck, whoop-de whoop whoop, you know I got you, baby. So HRLS stands for Hood Raised Lifestyle. These homies want to push a brand that shows all aspects of growing up in the hood. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what that is, baby. Some very dope gear that anybody can wear, baby. Follow these homies on Instagram at HRLS_clothing_CO. Once again, that's at HRLS clothing _clothing _CO.
You got it.
Little confusing sometimes. But sometimes when they add too many underscores and shit like that, it can just kind of fuck it up a little. You know what I mean? I like to keep it simple and easy, you know, like my women. like my girl. Women sounds like I got multiple. You know what I mean? And that is not true. I got one.
My man.
One, and she loves me. Take this, sir. Yeah, thank you, gentlemen, too, for the hat. I like the hat. You know what? I think I'm going to start going with the little fucking folding. You know what I mean? Because I do the straight brand, bro, but I think everybody's really rocking with the ones that fold, huh?
Yeah, give it a little fold, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so today's guest is out of East Los Angeles. I want everybody to give it up for Chef AZ. Jay-Z, I'm sorry.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Absolutely, dog. I appreciate you making the time for the podcast. I mean, the other day I put up a post and I said, "Who do you guys want to have on the podcast? Who should be the next guest, the new guest for 2022?" You know, and I had all the same tags, the same people that people have been asking for a long time. But you know, one thing about Hoodstocks, bro, is I like to find the diamonds in the rough. You know, I like to find the dude that only has like, and I'm not saying this is you, but I'm just saying I like to find the dude that only has like 500 followers on Instagram. You know what I mean? And 3 pictures. You know what I mean? Random pictures. You know, oh, that's a bag of hot Cheetos. That's a good picture. But you know, those are the stories that I usually try to look for, bro. Like some cats, they want, bring Young Dopey on, bring King Little G, bring this, bring that. And you know what? I would love to have these guys on the platform, but what I'd really like to have is individuals like yourself, bro. You know what I mean? So, you have, I mean, bro, you're raised on the streets of East LA, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised, and now you are an executive chef?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
that's pretty impressive, brother.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. I mean, if I seen you at the gas station, bro, you know what I mean? I'd be fucking pumping my gas very quick and get it in the car, dog.
Going the other way, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying if I was the regular person, you know what I mean? And sometimes us as baldies and shit like that, sometimes we do things to avoid certain situations, and we might get out of a situation very quick, right? That's just being human. No fronts.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny you say that because I get that all the time. You know, people like to stereotype, not really knowing my story and where I came from and where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, most definitely.
I mean, the last thing I would think that you were a chef in a kitchen. I would think if I looked at you, I'd say, you know, this guy's probably got a profession in burglarizing homes.
Yeah.
You know?
That was my past life, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, what did it... Excuse my fucking horrible sense of humor, sir. But you know, we do it, bro. We do it to each other, dog. We do it to each other. I mean, just, you know what's funny, bro, is I can pull up to that gas station and the same dude that looking at me that I'm looking at him, we can possibly be thinking about the same goddamn things.
Exactly.
You know, but we really just trying to pump our gas, get home to our babies so we can get up for work the next morning and go to work, dog. You know what I mean? But that's just levels of grown man shit, but we still wear the streets on our motherfucking sleeves, baby.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's just who we are, dog. I mean, it doesn't make us a bad person, dog. But you know what, bro? So they tagged you on the post. You know,
that was my nephew Johnny too.
Shout out to Johnny.
Yeah. HRLS Clothing lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a good dude, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I hit the link, or you know the tag, bro. And I said, oh shit, look at this dude right here. And you had some beautiful sculpted plates on there, dog. You know what I mean? I've never ate at a restaurant that put me some shit like that. Like the restaurants I go to, bro, if the food is not hanging off the sides of the plate, then I don't want to fuck with it, dog. But then again, I don't have, like, do you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just coming from a fat dude or a dude that just like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see a fucking, you know what I mean? A fucking just a glob of shit on there, dog. You know what I mean? But really, on another level of life, like, people don't want to see that, huh?
Right, no.
Can you explain that to me, bro?
Well, you know what? When I do my dishes and you know, I start creating, I go by, and this has always been a true statement. If it looks good, it's gonna taste good, you know. So I make it a point to make sure I go above and beyond, and presentation to me is everything. You know what I'm saying? Not only does it have to look good, like I said, but it does have to taste good too. But look, it's not always like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, there's days, you know, I'm cooking and put it on the plate and let's eat. You know what I'm saying? But I do take pride in making sure that my product looks good. You know what I'm saying? I take it to the limit.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
I was so randomly, bro. I think it was yesterday or the night before. It might have been Saturday night, dog. This is how crazy my life is, bro. I was laying on the sofa Saturday night, dog, while a lot of you motherfuckers were at the bar or at the club. I was laying on the sofa, dog. And a cooking show came on with that one dude, Chef Ramsay.
Ramsay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bad dude, man.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yeah,
Yes, chef. You know, and it's so crazy, bro, about these shows because they are kind of like they like crack cocaine, dog. Once you get a little hit, like a couple minutes of it, you're just kind of hooked on it, bro. And they're up in their game because now he had like they were on like 3 tiers, homie, and they got this fucking this table that goes from tier to tier to tier, dog. Yeah. And so I was like, whoa, I ain't watched one of these cooking shows in a minute because don't get it twisted. Like I've watched them in the past, but just like coincidentally having you on, bro, it came on. So I was just like, I gotta watch it again. But I was like, whoa, they taking this shit to a whole nother level, dog.
Oh yeah, it's intense. Not just that, I mean, you know, once you start doing that and you start doing those shows and stuff, it's just like you said, you got to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And that guy, I mean, that guy will push you to the end, make you want to quit.
I mean, I wonder how many people committed suicide over Chef Ramsay.
Oh, absolutely. There's a few. They're just not putting it out there. You
Hell
know
no.
Yeah.
This motherfucker ended his life because Chef Ramsay called him up.
Exactly.
That motherfucker just like that. Oh, dog,
threw his dish in the trash. Yeah.
I mean, really, people. I mean, people really like live for this shit. I mean, could you ever be on a show like that, bro?
You know what? It's funny you say that. I got approached a few times by the Food Network, and the filming times were just not right to my schedule. You know, because I you know, what I mean, I'm still in the field, so it just didn't work out to the timing. You got to take like 3 months off.
Yeah.
And go somewhere to Arizona or somewhere else to film. So it just didn't work. But I would love to do it. I would love to, you know, be on a show and compete and make shit happen.
I think that would be badass, bro.
Yeah.
I think with just having one of the homies on like that, bro, you know what I mean? Just to kind of like, you know, give that stilo, give that flavor, baby. You know what I mean?
I actually thought about, you know,
Excuse me.
doing our own show, like, you know, like something like this from the hood and going in there because, like I said, people do stereotype you, and they look at you and never once would they think you're a chef, but then they see it and then they see what you coming up with and your dishes and all that, and it's like, whoa. So I think something like that would hit. I don't know, maybe we could talk off the air on this one.
I think we can do it, bro. Well, let me tell you this, bro. I'm a little ahead of my time. I wouldn't say ahead of my time, but in this podcast world, you know what I mean? We actually had we had Chef Angie on here. Now that I'm thinking about it, we had Chef Angie cook live on the show, bro.
Absolutely.
And she made me fucking crickets, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, she made me crickets and I was so drunk, bro.
Yeah, that's a
I didn't realize I was eating crickets until afterwards. And they're like, hey, bro, you know you're eating crickets, right? You know what I mean? And I was was I faded, bro?
Yeah.
I was a little faded.
No.
Yeah, no,
Not you.
Not me.
It said about 6 people
What?
suicides. He was like somewhat related to 6
Oh,
people
wow.
that have committed suicide.
I was
based
fucking
on-
around on that.
Yeah.
No, I was dead serious, dog. I mean, not that I knew I ever looked it up. And shout out to Casey for finally fucking utilizing his phone on fact checking something,
man.
dog. Because when we had fucking Detroit's finest in here, dog, he left me out hanging out to dry, dog. Fuck you, dog. And I noticed that about you,
Why
dog.
don't you get arrested?
No, I know that, bro. No, I know that, bro. You like to see me fucking suffer, bro.
I don't.
No, every time I'm fucking shit, I'm doing bad on a podcast, I look at both you fools, and you fools are like, you guys are looking like you're on a Magic Mountain ride.
Preston's always like, cut it.
Nah, bro. Thank you for fact checking the once in your
Well,
life.
no, I was interested to see if maybe, I mean, that seems like plausible that people could have taken his words very, you know, to heart and have done that. It says there's a Rachel Brown, a Keith Green, an Aaron Song, a Louis Petraza, and a Jessica Vogel, and Paul Giannotti.
Wow. It's real shit.
Bro.
I might not want to go on a cookie show now, man.
Nah, you made different, dog. Get out of here, dog. You made different, doggy. I mean,
Yeah,
Thank you.
maybe the other way around.
He's gonna jump off a bridge after he's
that
done
would
with
be
me.
dope, bro. No, that you fucking just gangbang on that fool in there, bro. You be like, hey, homie, you ain't talking to me
Start
like that,
bombing
dog.
on that food.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden a bunch of fucking cholos come out the background, start fucking, you know what I mean, boo-bopping that fool, dog. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Hey, I mean, you'd probably be the last.
Some about those cooking shows though. I it's funny you say that because I'd be sitting down too watching them and it makes me want to cook. I start looking, they're cooking, and it's like, wow, you just get inspired to go in there and start cooking.
Can you imagine you're cooking with Martha Stewart and she's like just all nice and warm and motherly love, and all of a sudden you get a boner, dog, and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah,
I
man.
got a bone Martha Stewart.
Hey, Snoopy did it. Snoopy.
You know he had to
Snoopy
hit
in
that
it.
shit,
Hey, Snoopy
dog.
all up in it.
I'm willing to
up in it
put
to win it.
money on me. That fool fucking just on a bucket list, bro. He like, yo, Martha,
Yeah.
don't say nothing to my wife, and I won't say nothing to yours.
Hit this.
Yeah, you gonna smoke some shit,
Yeah.
and then you gonna suck this dick.
Hey, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, you know Snoop got
he a
that
player.
shit,
He a
bro.
player.
Anyways, my boy, Jack and Coke.
Well, little gentleman Jack, man.
Your gentleman Jack always does it right, dog.
Oh yeah.
You know what I was? So we had the homie Cujo on here last week, dog.
I saw that.
And so when I came into our little studio right here, I told these folks, I said, what the fuck's a bottle of Jack at? Because I brought a brand new bottle of Jack. My cousin rolled up with a little Jack that I left at his crib a few days before that. And then this fool was like, he goes, you drank it all, fool. You drank it all.
But you
I
guys,
said
you guys,
it got drank.
You guys were sipping Jack that day.
We were, bro, but I didn't know we sipped a whole bottle and a half. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And then we went to fucking Tacos Mexico, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was delicious.
Yeah, on Olympic, and this fool said, "Hey, fool, you remember getting up and fucking leaving?" And I was like, "Not really." And you got up all drunk and you fucking left and jumped in your truck and drove off. And I was like, well, damn, dog, thanks for letting me drive off, bro.
Exactly.
That's a good friend right there, huh?
And you paid the bill.
Hey, you know one thing about this little motherfucker right
And
here?
even this fool's looking at him like, damn, this fool's just about to bounce.
Who's that?
Joe just looking at you like,
I didn't say nothing. I just bounced out.
you burped, blah. And you're just like, oh. And then you just walk. Look like you're going to the restroom, and then you just cut right. And then you go outside. And I'm like, this is fool going in his car? And then just,
You know what, bro?
Peace.
Check it out, Daisy. Check it out, Daisy. Oh, so this dude, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna let him off the hook right now. But you know what, dog? I'm starting to realize you're not my friend, fool.
I am your friend. It's just when you're in certain mind states, no one is your friend. And that's the easiest way I could put it.
You know, that's your defense, bro. But you're
That's
not.
not even
You're
that.
not. You're not in
Those
the court
are
of law,
facts, bro.
You always think about how am I going
All
to
right,
defend
hey,
myself. if I
all
let
right,
Lucky-
check this out. Next time Lucky gets drunk, I want to post a video of me choking him out so he can't drive.
Please do so, dog. Please do so, dog. That would be a friend, bro. That'd be a friend, dog.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, chef, I mean, when the homies are talking to you, do our family members, do they is it chef or is it just Jay-Z? Or I mean, what's the proper
Yeah, not family members, but definitely at least all my club brothers, they call me chef.
That's amazing, dog.
And on my Lowrider, my license plate is Chef Jay-Z.
I love
64. So I like to go by chef. I don't mind people calling me chef. But yeah, the majority of people call me chef, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
can we? So I wanted to just ease into this podcast, bro.
Okay.
Kind of talk shit to this fucking Daisy over there, shoot the breeze a little.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check the weather real quick. But how did Chef Jay-Z get to Chef Jay-Z, right? That we all have our personal journeys and stuff, dog.
Yeah.
So you're from originally in the streets of born and raised East Los Angeles?
It's all started here, man. Like pretty much right up the street. I come from a family of 3 sisters. I'm the only boy, you know. Single parent, you know, mom's working 2 jobs, you know, weekends, you know, trying to put food on the table. But pretty much I had a lot of free time growing up, you know. My sisters were doing their thing, you know. They were older. I was the youngest of the family. So I kind of chose the streets, you know what I mean? I had no male figures in my life. You know, my mom was a single parent. So I kind of went out there and chose the homies, you know, to be, you know, my brothers, or, you know, the older homies, to be that male figure that was not in my life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it started. I mean, I honestly, I knew from a young age that I had a passion for food. I just knew it. When I was young, I could remember like all my cousins and, you know, uncles and aunts all coming to my grandma's house, you know, on Sundays, family reunion. And all the kids outside playing, I was always in the kitchen with my grandma. Always. and she took the time to explain to me, you know, what she was doing, the ingredients, and I had a passion for it at a young age. I knew it. So, you know, I like I said, I chose the streets, and eventually, you know, I got arrested. One day, it was a summer day. It was like right after school. We were a bunch of the homies. We were taking a stroll down to pick up some of the homies that were getting out of school. I was going to Garfield at the time, Garfield High School, Bulldogs, and it was hotter than a motherfucker that day. And we were all wearing Pendletons like you are.
Yes, sir.
All of us were wearing Pendletons. And I remember a couple of my good buddies, older buddies, had rolled by because they were going to school to pick up the sister or something like that. And they told me, come on, you know, jump in with us. You know, we'll go back to the block and kick back. And I'm like, nah, you know, I'm chilling with the homies. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a few of the homies were strapped up. You know what I mean? We're going to go pick up the homies and see what we could get into. You know what I mean? And one thing led to another. Next thing you know, I just hear pop, 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 pop. And one of the homies had shot a rival gang member that was probably picking up somebody too at school. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, everybody scattered. Again, everybody's wearing Pendletons. It's about 110 degrees outside. And my homie at the time that did the shooting, he had an asthma attack. Like he didn't look good, and all this shit was happening. And I go up to him and I say, "Give me the gun." You know what I mean? I'm gonna get out of here. As soon as he gave me the gun, I hit the corner. Police. And the police was looking straight at me. I threw the gun. I mean,
Yeah.
they came out like that. We got the gun. We're on the floor, dirt floor, you know, face down, me and the homie. I'm looking at him and I'll say, we're going to jail. And
Excuse me.
sure enough, that was my first trip to juvenile hall, you know? First time I got introduced to the system. I'm not going to lie, I was scared. You know, when we were getting booked, I was scared. So we went in and kind of ran into a few of the homies, and as soon as I got to the unit, ran into some of the enemies, and I mean that's pretty much how my juvenile hall camp, you know, group homes started as a juvenile.
And you're from Montevilla, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yes, sir.
Montevilla is a big big neighborhood.
It's a
East
big
Los
neighborhood.
Angeles.
Yeah, it's a big neighborhood. A lot of different cliques. And you know, out here, it's at least back in the days, you know, everybody's competing to try to be the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you're incarcerated, it's a different story. Everybody sticks together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I did that shit for a long time, man. My mom's, like I said earlier, single parent. Always showed love. Always showed love, unconditional love. You know, and the one thing about my mom, she never drove on the freeway. So she would go see me if I was in Chino, if I was in Lancaster, if I was in wherever I was at, she would take the streets and go see me every weekend.
Yeah.
Bring me little packages and shit. But shout out to Moms, man.
Absolutely.
She's probably watching right now. What's up, Moms?
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's
That's dope,
she's
bro.
83. She told me, what channel is this gonna be on? I said, oh, Mom.
Fox.
Yeah, Univision. But yeah, Mom's was always there. My grandma was always there. Mom's lived in the front. Grandma lived in the back. But yeah, they were always supportive. You know, even when I was doing my shit, man.
You know, it's one thing about like, unfortunately, falling into that lifestyle. A lot of individuals don't have, you know, family support. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think the ones that do, I mean, they can potentially. I mean, it's not. I can't speak this for all, bro. I'm just like an outsider looking in. But if you have the family love and support, you can potentially get out of the game earlier, opposed to getting dragged through the fucking system.
Oh, that's true. That's definitely true. But in my situation, when I was going through my stretch as a juvenile, honestly, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, Moms would be there every Sunday.
didn't matter.
I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't care about her. I didn't care about my grandma. I didn't care about I didn't care about nobody. I
And
cared
you-
about myself.
And you were hurting them too. They were in pain. They didn't like to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it took me a while. It took me a while to realize that. You know, I think when I first really realized is when I had kids on my own. You know what I'm saying?
And you thought about the stress you're putting on moms.
I thought about all that shit. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I ended up going to juvenile hall, like I said, and as soon as I got in there, I joined the kitchen crew. Because I had a passion for food, but most importantly because when you're in juvenile hall or you're in camp or anything, if you're in the kitchen crew, you eat the best.
Absolutely. Smart man.
You get cookies, you get ice cream, you get the things that the other inmates don't get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I did that, you know, through my whole stretch, you know, going to camp and all different facilities. I was always involved with the kitchen. You know, this is even before, you know, I ever thought about being a chef, you know. Always fascinated with food. You know what I'm saying? So I always say food saved my life, and I believe that that's a true statement. But at the same time, it's hard work too and dedications, you know? Because there was plenty of times that I felt like giving up.
And before we talk about those plenty of times, because I like to talk about that, but I like to taking it back to, you said you used to be in the kitchen with your grandma. So at first, what was things that your grandmother taught you, bro, in the kitchen?
That's a good question. My grandma taught me a lot of things in the kitchen. She taught me how to take my time. She taught me how to respect my ingredients. You know, she explained to me why she was doing things and how the process needed to go to get that final product. She was a very special lady in my life. You know, she passed away many years ago, but, you know, I still try to get over there and go see her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to like, I would say grandma would have an RIP to your grandma, my G. You know what I mean? She's probably looking down on you, smiling right now, watching you do what you do throughout all these years, right? And she's probably said, you know what, I have a little ingredients in that.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
But so when it comes to like, say, like old fashioned cooking, I'll call it old fashioned cooking, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and correct me.
Authentic.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, right? But it doesn't seem like there's ever measuring cups. You know what I mean? It just seems like, you know, just some of this and some of that, and they just know the couple shakes of this, and it's going to come out right.
Yeah, there's. I mean, in the beginning, they might be measuring cups, but once you get really into it, it's just tasting. You know, like you said, add a little here, add a little there. Not like baking. Baking, you gotta be
Precise.
right on the dot. If not, the shit won't come out right.
Well, explain to me the difference between baking and cooking.
I mean, there's not much of a difference, just because, you know, a pastry chef is a chef that deals with pastries and desserts.
And that would be baking, correct?
That'll be baking.
Okay.
Anything that has to do with desserts. An executive chef, I mean, obviously does food, also does baking. But I have a lot of respect for a pastry chef for that simple fact that you gotta be precise. You gotta be, the shit's gotta fucking be right. If not, it's not gonna come out right.
Got you.
And you gotta start all over.
So
in my thing, I add a little salt, and it's too salty. I add a little water. I add a little, you know what I mean? Something to
you can correct it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. So when it comes to a pastry chef, do the little Asians in the donut shops, are they considered a pastry chef?
Absolutely. Actually, those are the best pastry chefs.
Yeah.
You know, because they've been doing it for so long, and even though you might say, "Oh, it's just a donut," it's not just a donut.
It's a batter. Yeah.
I mean, some places it's just a donut.
Yeah.
But if you go to those good places, that's a.
You know what's crazy, bro, is you talk about adding the precise ingredients when it comes to pastries. I'm gonna tell you like this: out of all the little Asian donut shops I've gone to, my shit is apple fritters, dog.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't really think of any time that I've gotten an apple fritter that tasted different from the other spot, bro. So that's a precise ingredient, correct?
Yeah. It's gonna be a little pretty hard to fuck up an apple fritter, man.
Is it? You can never add enough sugar or what? Like, damn, this shit tastes like a bowl of sugar and dough.
You could never add enough apples to that motherfucker. Yeah, but no, I hear you, man. But yeah, I mean, again, my respects to all the pastry chefs out there, all the executive chefs out there doing their thing. But hey, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. You know, even as far as schooling. You gotta go to more years of culinary baking to be a culinary chef, as far as pastries.
So before we get into that, because I feel like there's going to be levels to what we're going to be talking about here.
Yeah.
So I feel like the culinary school, we're going to get to that, but let's take it back to a couple things we touched in the beginning. First is your grandmother. The second is now you're in the juvenile system. And you obviously, you know what I mean, you're gravitating to the kitchen because that's what's in your heart. You know what I mean? Like you said, cooking saved your life. I mean, what are you doing in the juvenile system kitchens? Like what do they have to offer? Like what are you cooking in there? What did you learn?
To be quite honest with you, as far as the juvenile cooking, I mean, a lot of this shit already came ready. We were just finishing it up. So there was no room to be creative. As far as juvenile hall, once you get into camps and you get into different programs, and the menu changes a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as juvie hall, I mean, you've been to juvie hall. It's all in bulk.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of inmates you got to feed, and it's just pretty much trying to get them fed. There was no creativity there. But like I said, at the same time, just being in the kitchen, being out of my unit, and it just takes you to a whole different mindset. You know what I mean? For me, it was a comfort zone.
Yeah.
When I was in the kitchen, and even now, whenever I'm in the kitchen, or even at home, if I'm cooking at home, I'll put a little music on, I'll pour me a little Jack, and I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That's my spot. That's my zone. You know what I'm saying? And then you see, and then you taste, you know, what comes out of there, and it's like, all right.
So how is it? We have your wife in the room right now.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Stella.
Shout out to Stella. How is it when it comes like traditionally in a household? Usually it's the female that's in there. I mean, don't get it twisted because I cook like a motherfucker at my crib, you know. But like, does your wife cook as well in the house?
At all. She don't cook.
Wow.
She don't have to cook.
And that is that by choice, or is that like, hey, you know, we got a chef in the house. Why are you gonna cook anything?
You know what? I've always taken that role.
Yeah.
Don't take me wrong. She gets home. The kids get home from school, and you know she does the little lunch thing to get them over to dinner.
Yeah.
But I could have the longest day or the roughest day, and I still make it a point to try to come home and provide a hot meal for my kids and my family. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go, baby.
And you know what? Lucky, like I said, once I get in there,
yeah,
I forget that
you're even in there.
The bad day I had,
Okay.
or dealing with employees, or whatever the case may be. That's just like that's my zone. That's my, you know what I mean? That's my happy place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I mean, she does everything else, and just alone, you know what I mean? Just laundry and all that. I mean, that's a job itself.
Absolutely.
So I take care of the kitchen.
Yeah.
I take care of the kitchen. Kitchen's mine.
Do you meal prep?
I don't meal prep. I don't.
Is that like a no-no in the chef world? Meal prepping?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Actually, that's a big thing right now.
It's a big thing.
That's a big thing right now.
It's a big business, right?
That's a big business right now. I even thought about doing that because a few people hit me up. I just don't got no time.
Yeah.
I don't got no time. I don't have a big enough kitchen to do it. But that's a huge business right now.
Yeah.
Especially with all the no meat and plant based and
Yeah.
it's just,
I mean, if
it's booming.
yeah, especially if you can dial it into their particular diet that the individual is on. I mean, there's a lot of people with money that were saying, hey, you know what? I don't even want to touch this kitchen. Why? Because time is money. And if I ain't got to take the time to be in this kitchen and I can pay for this, I mean, it will only, it makes sense. So in this world that we live in where we're, you know, time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I hope to one day that I can, you know, have someone that can take care of us in that way. Not that my girl doesn't cook good, but just to save her time as well so she can do some other things, you know, besides being in the kitchen. So here you are in juvenile hall. You know, you get out of juvenile hall and you said cooking saved your life. You know, what transition, I mean, did it take for you to get out of the street stuff and get into the world that you are now in?
Well, let's go back a little bit because
Absolutely.
I did end up landing in juvenile hall for my first time, and here I am, 15 years old, in juvenile hall, and I'm facing 2 attempted murders.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For something I didn't do. You know what I'm saying?
So this is for when you ran with the gun.
The first, yeah,
Got
first
you.
time.
Okay.
So I'm facing 2 attempted murders. I'm in the murder unit, all in orange,
Yeah.
and not really knowing what direction my life's gonna go at this point. You know what I mean? Let's take the kitchen out of it. Let's take the cooking out of it. At this point, I'm fighting for my life. You know, not knowing that I didn't do it. You know, I wasn't gonna snitch on the homies. You know what I mean? That's just not something you do, you know? I joined, you know, so everything that comes with it, you know, I got to take full responsibility, right?
Absolutely.
So I was willing to fucking take this rap, you know? And I fought the case for 18 months, and I was lucky enough to get out. There was not enough evidence, you know? When you go down to the police station, when you do a shooting, first thing they do is they take like a gunpowder test, you know, to make sure that you were the shooter. And the result came back, and and there was no evidence that I did actually shoot that gun. I had it. I had it with me.
Luckily for that test,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. I had it with me,
Yeah.
and they couldn't prove that I shot it. You know, and I think back now because, you know, that would have been easy for them to just say, boom, he did it, gone. Let him start serving his time. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, I was blessed. I was blessed. Somebody was looking out for me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody upstairs was looking out for me. So, 18 months later, I get out, and I'm swearing up and down. You know what I mean? I'm going to change my life. You know, I ain't going back.
Yeah.
3 months later, I was back in for a violation. We're joyriding in a stolen car, and they scooped us up, and I ended up going back, and you know, there I am again, back in the system, and you know, I joined the kitchen crew again, and based on the first time I went in, I was a little scared. This second time, it was like, fuck, let's do this shit, you know?
You an OG now,
Yeah,
baby.
It's
What do they call it? The HR unit? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
I still remember that, dog. The times I was in Eastlake, dog.
yeah, East Lake Juvenile Hall, man.
Eastlake Juvenile Hall. You in the HOR unit.
Central.
Baby.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean this shit went on for years, man. In and out. I always try to do good when I got out, but I always had to come back to the hood, man. Mom's lived in the hood. I was right in the middle of the hood.
Yeah, there was no getting away from it.
Yeah, I mean, I would stay in for a little bit, you know, because of my probation. But the homies would roll up and, hey, what's up, man? You know, let's go here, let's go there. And eventually I was like, fuck it, let's go. I would sneak out of the pad. Mom thought I was sleeping in the room, and I was out on the streets. One time, I sneaked out of the pad thinking, you know what I mean, I'm going to get in before Mom's wakes up in the morning. And they called her from fucking juvenile hall and said, hey, we got your son here. My son's in the room. What do you mean? Yeah, so, again,
He was in the room.
much love to Moms, man. Much love to Mom. She's a real one, man.
I mean, how is it being from Maravilla, bro, where you got a lot of enemigos? You know what I mean? You're in juvenile hall. You're in that HR unit. You know, and so in that unit in Central, it's all the dudes that are fighting serious crimes.
Yeah.
Like they ain't playing. Like you got dudes fighting juvenile life. You got dudes that are just, I mean, they're the worst of the worst, so to speak.
Yeah,
right?
you get dudes that are getting ready to go either to Folsom, or you're getting guys ready to go to CYA to do their stretch.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 25.
I mean, you got professional criminals in there,
Yes,
and
sir.
we talking about homies that have been committing crimes since 9 years old.
Yes, sir. Yes,
type
sir.
of shit. You know what I mean? Like these dudes, like we got some. It's crazy because in all institutions and all levels, there's OGs in the game, and so in this HR unit, you got dudes that know ins and outs
Yeah.
of the system, of the street life,
man,
of
you get-
everything. And here you are, you're from Maravilla, got a lot of enemies, bro. I mean, how is it? I mean, dealing with that in there while you're in there, bro.
Well, I mean, you got to represent. You got to represent. I mean, if somebody steps to you, you got to represent. If not, they're gonna keep fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know, it was fighting. That's what you did. You fucking handled it, and
Yeah.
that was it. That was the end of it. You know, you go back to unity, you see your same enemy, but it's done.
Yeah.
So
You got a mutual respect for each other. Yeah.
exactly. Versus you punking out and you know what I mean. They'll
Then
keep,
you get shit on by the whole
they'll
unit.
keep fucking with you. Everybody gonna fuck.
Oh,
with
they're
you.
gonna run train on you.
So, definitely a lot of fighting. A lot of nights in the hole.
Yeah. The box.
The box.
Yeah.
The box, exactly. So, a lot of reading,
Yeah.
a lot of burpees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I ended up in the box, bro, over a food fight. So I've always been just a fucking always just having a good time. Everything is kind of like a funny guy, so to speak, you know. And I remember I was flicking peas with a plastic spoon. I was flicking peas at one of the homies. And instead of hitting the homie, I hit a black dude from Inglewood family.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And that fool, as soon as I hit him in the head with that, it was funny because the whole time I was doing it, he was laughing. You know what I mean? Because every time the staff turned around, I said, "Bop!" You know what I mean? Because, you know, the staff ain't having that shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So every time the staff pulled, I get that pee and I'll bam, I nail a homie. And then everyone and the staff would be like, what's so funny, Baba? What's going on? And the black dude was laughing the whole time until I hit him. And when I hit him, he threw up his little cardboard tray that we had our little garbage ass meal in and shit, dog. He threw it up. He said, what the fuck? And I said, what's up, homie? He said, what's up? And bam, we locked it up. You know what I mean? Pop, 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 pop. You know, and then we ended up in the box, and I remember going in the box, and they threw me a Bible and shit, and I was just like, oh shit, you know what I mean? I guess it's time to pray now.
Yeah. Well, if anything, you had reading material.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But that was a book, though. I remember I looked at that shit, and I was just like, damn. There's a lot of words in this book right here, dog. You know what I mean? And I was like, and I remember I read it for a minute, and I was just like, man, I ain't really understanding what the hell this book is talking about, but I know it's the book, you know? But anyways, just kind of like a little side story, dog. Food is, and and then as an adult, I was in a prison, bro, where there were over pumpkin pie. We had a full-on riot, bro, with the blacks, bro. You know, and it was funny because I told the homie, I said, hey, homie, this pumpkin pie right here is about to pop. I said something stupid in the chow hall, and little did we know, in the cocina in the back, the homies that were working back there, bro, they were stealing pumpkin pie, and I guess the black fool, or I don't know the exact story, but someone got each other's clavo, a pumpkin pie, bro, and the beef, it started in the cocina, and then it led out to the fucking yard, and it was a crazy ass riot, bro. You know what I mean?
Over a pumpkin pie.
Over pumpkin
That's
pie,
right.
bro. You know what I mean? You know, a couple food stories of mine, bro. I don't have too many, you know what I mean? But the ones that I do, dog, they were crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But I love food, bro. But moving on with your story, so you're going in and out of the juvenile hall system, bro. You're saying, man, I'm gonna do good, but it's hard to do good when you're going home to mom's house, is smack in the middle of the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what was your turning point, bro?
So my turning point was actually my last stretch. I think I did like 18 months to 2 years, and at this point, I'm getting ready to turn 18. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to emancipate. I'm getting ready to go back out on the streets and try to be all I can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I was at a camp up in Lancaster, and my probation officer at the time said, "You know what? You're getting ready to turn 18. I want to put you like in a home, just so you could start getting used to, you know, living a normal life and start taking responsibility and start doing things for yourself." You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like a good dude.
Yeah. He was a good dude. So I said, yeah, absolutely. Anything to get me out of this fucking camp. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to like a group home, and it was located in Torrance, California. Okay. So from this group home, they would scoop you up in a van, and then there was like multiple houses. So the van would come, scoop you up, whoever was in that house, go to another house, scoop up some more guys, and then finally end up at the school. So, I mean, I took advantage of that just for the simple fact that you had a lot more freedom. You know what I'm saying? And at these homes, like you have house parents that run the house. You know what I'm saying? And I had these two house parents that really treated us like their own kids, man. Honestly, and honestly, I wish I still had a contact with them, because they were part of my success. You know, they took the time to tell me, you know, don't do this. You know, this is what you have to look forward in life. This is how you're gonna be better. This is how you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? So I went to this group home, and I was going to school, but at the same time, I still had that mentality, like I was still, like I had something to prove. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere that I've been, either juvenile hall or camp, you know, group homes, I've always had the leader role. I've always been a leader. You know what I mean? Either a leader of my cottage, leader of my unit, leader of, you know what I'm saying? Involved with the committees and shit. I've always had that leadership role. So
why is that?
I think it's because the way I was brought up, you know, with going back to moms, going back to grandma, them showing me that I was better, you know, them telling me, you know what, you're gonna be good, you're gonna be great. So I always had that in my mind. Like, I always knew that I was gonna do something, but I didn't at the time. I didn't know what it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whenever I did go to like I said, camp or juvie hall or wherever I always try to get involved. So I was always either, like I said, the leader of my unit, the spokesperson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even till now, I always take that with me everywhere I go. But going back to my group my group home, you know, I did that my last year. I was 17 and I was getting ready to turn 18. I was going to school my senior year. I got a chance to play high school football. You know, it was all guys. We didn't have no cheerleaders, but you know, we still fucking played. You know what I'm saying? But I got a chance to experience a lot of things that last year. But I was still with the gang banging mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, when I was with the group parents and all that, once we get to school, it's like we were pretty much gang banging at school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that last year was probably the crucial year for me because it was like, okay, you're getting ready to go on the streets. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So I ended up having enough points to graduate my senior year 6 months before it was graduation time.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that was because, you know, I honestly, I love school. When I was out in the streets, it was a whole different thing because I didn't have to go to school. Here, they were making you go to school, so why not make the best out of it? Why not learn? Why not, you know what I mean? Take advantage of it. So I ended up graduating or getting enough credits 6 months before it was time for me to emancipate and go back home. Because once you're 18, the system says, hey, you're on your own. Yeah. Right? So my probation officer, again, my counselor at the time from the school said, why don't we look into maybe a trade, something that you could get into, take advantage of these 6 months, and then once you're out, you're going to go out there with a job already. So you're going to be set. And I said, yeah, fuck yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's do it. So they enrolled me in a trade school, and I got to the trade school, and they were like, so what do you want to do? What are you into, or, you know? And I was like, well, I love culinary. I love the kitchen. I've always had a passion for it. That school did not have a culinary program. So I said, fuck it. So I ended up taking nursing. So I don't know. If shit would have went wrong, I probably would have been a nurse right now.
They make good money.
Yeah, they make good money, and there's always work.
Yeah.
But
I always wanted to be a gynecologist.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Just no one would let me into that school. They looked at me and they said, no, sir.
No, sir. You got the wrong door.
You got a criminal record.
Yeah. But I ended up going to this trade school, and I got really close to my teacher at the time, my professor. Her name was Miss Sherry. I'll never forget her. And I pretty much ended up telling Miss Sherry this story that I'm telling you. You know, I told her, look, I'm getting ready to get out. I'm in a court school. You know, I'm getting ready to go back home to the neighborhood. I told her I need a job. And that nursing program was like probably 3 fucking years, eh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm back in Torrance, California, And I'm going back to East LA, so it was like, there's no way I could get back here. I didn't even have a car. There's no way I could get back here and finish this program. So I told her, look, is there any other way that I could get a job in 6 months? And she said, you know what? They would take us to a hospital, Torrance Memorial Medical Center, to go do the trade school. That's where you would draw blood and, you know, check pulses and all that shit. And she said, you know what? I have really good friends downstairs in the cafeteria, and I'm sure they're looking for people. Why don't we go down there? I'll introduce you to them and see what happens. And I said, yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking again, cafeteria, I'm gonna be able to eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And again, I'm gonna be around food because that's
the passion.
That was my passion. It had always been my passion. I just didn't know that was something that I was gonna do for a living, or that I would get paid for doing that.
Yeah.
So you know, I went down and I met the people, and sure enough, the next week I was in the kitchen, and they had me like in the cold production area. They had me, you know, passing out trays. They had me in the dish room. They had me washing pots, washing dishes, cleaning tables, taking out trash. And you know, I was trying to be all I can be, man. You know, I said to myself, if I'm gonna be a pot washer, I'm gonna be the best pot washer that there is, man.
Let's go, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
You had the right mind state, bro.
Yeah. But at the same time, Lucky, I got the neighborhood right here, right in the back of my mind.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in Torrance, California, you know, trying to be all I can be. At the same time, knowing that shit, I got to come back to East LA at one point. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to make a long story short, I got into the kitchen down there at Torrance, and one day I was washing dishes, and this white man comes up to me, sharp dressed white man, and he says, Jose Zamora? I said, yeah, that's me. He said, how you doing? My name's Scott Freeman. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you in the cafeteria for a couple minutes? You got a couple minutes for me? I said, yeah, absolutely. Let's go. So we sit down and talk, and it's a white man. I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? I think the last guy that talked to me like that was my counselor at the school. And he said, you know, tell me about yourself, you know, tell me your story. And again, I felt like I had to be real. So I gave it to him uncut, man. I'm fucking from the streets. I'm here because I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm getting ready to go back home. And I need a job, man. And he's like, all right. And I told him, oh, you know, he goes, what are you doing now? And I said, well, I'm coming here to volunteer. Because I was a volunteer at the time. I wasn't getting paid. When my teacher shot me down there, I was volunteering.
Wow.
You know, I was pretty much getting my hours.
Like an intern or something.
Pretty much getting my hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to finish the program.
Yeah.
And he told me, so, you know, what are you into? And I said, well, I love the kitchen. I love to cook. And at the time, I was playing baseball at the school. So I was able to play football and I was able to play baseball. And he told me, when's your next game? I want to come see you. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. This man that doesn't know me, I'm bald-headed. I mean, I've always been bald-headed. I don't think I paid for shampoo in 45 years, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he says, when's your next game? I want to come see you. And I told him, you know, not thinking nothing about it.
Yeah. My
next game, he was there. He pulled up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, shit. You know, weeks went on. I'm back in the dish room washing dishes. And he says, hey, can I talk to you again? You know? And I said, yeah, absolutely. So we went in the cafe and he said, you know what? I've been hearing a lot of good things about you. He goes, you want a job? I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm fucking thinking like, God damn. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he hired me. He hired me on my 18th birthday. He hired me, and shout out to Scott Freeman, man. It's a bad motherfucker, man. He's still my friend now. I mean, we're going on 30 years, solid relationship, big part of my success. But he was pretty much the first one to give me a shot and say, you know what, I believe in this kid.
So shout out to Scott Freeman, but who is this man at this time? Was he running that kitchen?
He was the general manager. He was my GM. So he was the main guy.
Okay.
Running the kitchen there.
Gotcha.
He was the main guy. So it was not something that I would see him all the time because he obviously, he has meetings and, checking emails and shit. But for him to come up to me and take interest,
it's amazing.
and just to ask me like, when's your next game? I want to come see you play. And
Yeah,
he doesn't know me. He doesn't know me. Never once did he stereotype me and say, "Oh shit, this is a gang member."
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. I mean, they say, "Oh shit, I don't want this guy in my kitchen." Shit, I don't need no problems.
Yeah.
But
Which is easy to do.
yeah, he honestly was the first one to say, "Hold on to my shirt sleeve. We're gonna go all the way. We're going all the way."
Wow.
And again, he's my best friend now, and I could bounce off ideas off him, and I mean, he's just a really solid dude, man. Solid dude.
Mentor.
But, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Mentor. I mean, he's advisor. I mean, he talks to me how to manage my investments. He tells me, don't do this because of this, or you should really think about that. I mean, constantly. Solid dude.
I mean, I think we need more mentors
Oh,
in this
yeah,
world, bro.
yeah.
I mean, there can be a lot of like counselors and just different people of that nature. They can sit you at their desk, in front of their desk, and fucking just like say, "Hey, man, pop, don't do this, don't do this." But at the end of the day, we need someone to actually like put in the work with the kid, like grab him by their hand and say, "Come on, my G," or you know what, I'm gonna show up to your game and I'm gonna show my support to you.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna show you the way by not telling you but showing you, which is a big difference. And I've always said that, like, you know what? Like when I was young, bro, I had people in my ear, bro. Ba, this, that, ba. You know what I mean? And for a young kid, it goes in one ear and out the other, the old saying, right?
Yeah.
But when someone is actually gonna invest the time and take you to and actually show you, bro, that is a mentor, and that's a testament of someone that really cares for you as an individual, bro.
And you know what, Lucky, that was something that exactly what he did. He mentored me. I think for him it was one of those things that he probably said, you know what, this kid, because I like I said, I gave him my story uncut, raw.
He saved your life.
He pretty much said, you know what, I'm gonna take this kid out and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna help him. And he honestly did. So going back to the story, Lucky, I ended up getting hired. And eventually I ended up graduating after the 6 months were up. I was already working there, but all my checks were going to my counselor at the time because I was in, you know what I mean? I was still in the home.
Yeah.
I hadn't got out yet. So my counselor was taking all my checks, and it was one of those things is you'll get everything when you get out. So I did get out with a little bag, but it was one of those things again that he never gave up on me, and I appreciate him for that. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
Absolutely.
I really do.
So he took interest in you. He set you on your path. I mean, so he gives you. Sorry, Don. He gives you this job. Shout out to everybody that's dropping those donations for the new studio. I love you, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's love right there. Yeah, that's love right there. And thank you. And I need to know who you individuals are, you know what I mean, so I can properly give you your credit, you know what I mean, and somehow, some way do something for you. But, I mean, he took interest in you, set you on your path, and so he gives you this job, bro. And so what are the next steps after having this job? What are you learning in this kitchen? How are you moving from here at this point?
So, you know, I go into this new role. You know, I'm hired. I'm working, and in my mind, you know, everything's going good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, I found the way. You know what I'm saying? But eventually I had to go back home.
Yeah.
You know, eventually I had to go back to the hood. I'm still working, but it's like, okay, once I did get out, I ended up buying a little bucket, just because I was commuting from Torrance, from East LA to Torrance.
Yeah.
And so, but let me take that back. I didn't buy a bucket from the beginning, so I would have to catch like 3 buses to get to Torrance from East LA.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a hustle all by itself.
Shit, man. I would go in, do my 8 hours, and I started washing pots and washing dishes. So it wasn't like I went straight into the cooking role. You know, I had to pay my dues for a couple years. So here I am, taking 3 buses to get to work and taking 3 buses to get back home. And, you know, I remember sitting at the bus stop and watching cars pass by and saying to myself, someday, you know,
I'm gonna get that,
someday you're going to get that. I'm going to get that someday. And, you know, some time went by and I would go to work and just bust my ass all day and wash pots and get out of work all soaking wet, having to jump on the bus. Most of the times I would miss my last stop and I would end up over there by like Placita Olvera.
Yeah.
That was where the last stop was. And when they were cleaning out the bus, you know, they would wake me up and say, hey, you know, you got to go. But, I mean, those are the things that I think about now. And I look back and say, fuck, man, you know, it wasn't easy. And many times I felt like giving up. Fuck this, you know? Why am I doing this? I could be selling dope in the hood, making twice as much money, but I knew it wasn't the right thing to do, and I knew it wasn't, you know, what my mom taught me or my grandma taught me or values like that, or going back to Scott Freeman. You know what I mean? I knew that wasn't the way to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, I got out. I ended up getting a little car. I was driving to work. Everything was going good, but at the same time, like when I was at work, you know, leaving from East LA to Torrance, when I was at work, I felt safe. And I felt creative. I felt like I was making a change. I felt like, but shit, when my 8 hours were over, I had to come back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? So even though I was working and I was doing good, I was getting a little money. I had my own apartment. You know what I'm saying? Because when I got out, I said, you know what? I'm gonna get my own shit. That way I don't have to stress mom out, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was part-time kitchen worker and part-time gangbanging. I was still gangbanging.
Yeah.
I would come back to the hood, and gangbang. You know, I mean, it might sound crazy, but I loved it. I loved the rush. I loved being out there. I loved hanging out with the homies. You know, late night. Sometimes I wouldn't even sleep, but I never missed work. I never missed work. You know, the same gentleman we were talking about, Scott Freeman, told me one day. He said, "If you ever miss work because of this, you got to give it up. It's not for you." You know, and I took that to heart. And I always made it a point to get to work, even though how hungover I was, or maybe I got 1 hour sleep, or, I mean, it was a mission. It was a mission for many years to try to do the right thing and then still come back to the hood with all the influences. You know what I'm saying? It was tough. It was tough.
I mean, a lot of homies at that age, at that young age, I mean, it's hard for I mean, at that point in time, I couldn't have done it, bro, and a lot of individuals could have not done it, but you found a way to do it. I mean, you knew, I probably by, like you said, the things that were embedded in you from your mother and your grandmother, you know, probably helped you be strong and pull through that and choose the right approach from the wrong, even though you're balancing two different things at the same time, bro. You
Absolutely.
know, I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean, when it comes to like magnetic energy, I mean, the energy was just pulling you towards the kitchen. It was trying to save you, you know, but you were fighting them demons and shit, you know, and
shit.
yeah, and that's hard, bro. That's tough. You know, I mean, I've done it several times, and I've took the L and I ended up back in, you know, a lot of times, you know, and taking the bus, bro. Taking the bus is the true definition of where we're at in life.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're seeing all these little pretty ass motherfuckers driving them sick ass whips, and you're like, motherfucker, like shit, I should be in that motherfucker, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's a reality check, and it's up to you to choose different. And I mean, you found the strength within yourself to choose different, bro.
Yeah, but at the same time, Lucky, it wasn't that simple. I mean, okay, so I was working, I was washing pots, I was, you know, taking out trash, and I always wanted to cook. I always wanted to cook. So I would always tell my GM, which is Scott Freeman. I would always tell him, shit, man, you know, I want to cook, or I knew what car he drove. I would leave little fucking notes on his window. Hey, I want to cook. Or I would leave shit on his desk. Hey, I want to cook.
Savage.
So finally, he fucking got tired and he said, you know what? Fuck it, eh? You want to cook? All right, let's cook. And at the time, there was...
Bro, wait, hold on real quick. That is important, and that is very key that we highlight this right here, bro. How old are you, bro, that you have the mindset, the mind state, bro, to be that fucking like, just like, and this is a testament to saying you've led all your entire life, bro. Like, you are taking control of your life. I mean, how old were you, bro, where you're leaving notes on this dude's car? How old are you at the time?
I was just turned 18. I had just turned 18.
Wow.
But Lucky, stop
Ambitious,
and think.
yeah.
Stop and think. I was washing pots. I would get out of work all soaked. And I was probably the best pot washer at the time in that kitchen. I guarantee you not. I would leave the motherfuckers looking like mirrors. But at the same time, I knew that I didn't want to wash pots all my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You were better than that.
Yeah.
You knew that.
So I felt like, okay, I paid my dues. Now give me a shot.
Yeah.
Give me a shot. And I've never, I mean, I've cooked that in the camps. I cooked but never actually cooked on that stage.
In a free world.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I'm still, bro, I am still like, my mind is blown right now, bro. So a lot of cats will be like, nah, fuck this. I'm better than this shit. What the fuck am I washing these pots? Like, bro, for you to take that extra mile, that extra step, bro, to put notes on this motherfucker shit, it's like, man, this little motherfucker's a relentless little motherfucker. This motherfucker want it. And of course, he gonna give you a shot. So he gives you your shot, bro. You know what I mean? And what is the first shot that he gives you in cooking?
He gave me my shot. At the time, they had just opened up a pizza shop. There was a pizza shop across the street from the hospital that was part of the hospital. And there was a new pizza shop, pizzas and sub sandwiches, you know, for like, you know, the medical buildings that were around the area. But again, it was part of the hospital. I was still on the same payroll.
Yeah.
And he said, all right, you wanna cook? All right, I'm gonna shoot you over to this pizza shop, and you know, we'll start you off there, see what you could do. And at the pizza shop, that's where I started learning actually how to read a recipe for the first time, because we would make like our own dough, we would do our own sauce, we would grate our own cheese like in blocks. And that was actually the first time that I started picking up a knife and started sharpening up my knife skills. And I think I did that for maybe a year. And then it was like, okay, you know, all right. So I told him, all right, so what's next, you know? I know how to do pizzas. I know how to make sandwiches. I know how to, you know, work the slicer. I know how to work the knife. What's next? I want to learn more. So he made me a patient cook. So I used to cook for the patients. This was a hospital.
Yeah.
My whole career, Lucky, I've been in hospitals.
Okay.
My whole career.
Got you.
That's how it started, and I had a passion because not everybody gets a chance to serve people like that.
Yeah.
In the hospital, people like that's their highlight of the day. You know, when the food comes and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I really took that to heart. And he ended up, Scott Freeman, he ended up giving me a shot as a patient cook. So now you're actually reading more recipes because you're dealing with diets.
Yeah.
You know, low sodium, regular diet, puree, and you got to make sure that these patients have the right diets. If not, there could be some problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he gave me the shot, and I pretty much ran with it. Maybe 6 months later, they made me the cook's helper, which was like the main cook. So I was under the, I was under the main cook.
Like the apprentice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was showing me shit, and I was just soaking it up like a sponge.
Yeah.
And I think probably 7-8 months after that, I was the cook. So now I had a helper.
Wow.
Somebody was helping me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So pretty much I'm climbing. I'm climbing.
And so at this point, let's talk about pay rate real quick. Let's rewind it because we talk about a pot washer, and the pot washer is probably making like a minimum wage, correct?
Minimum wage.
Okay.
Minimum wage.
And so he sends you over to the pizza place, and I was kind of impressed about some of the detail you gave about the pizza stuff, because I think when it comes to you said you're grading your own cheese. Like I think nowadays it's probably coming and graded in packs that are graded already. So you were actually doing it the old school way, so to speak, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we would like slice all of our meats for the sandwiches and shit like that.
And I'm sure if you go to like Domino's or places like that, everything
Comes
is like
in a bag.
Yeah, it comes in a bag. Just sprinkle some of this shit on, sprinkle some of that on, and call it good, baby. Throw it in the fucking oven, and
Yes, sir.
and we got a fucking New York pizza. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
You're right.
But so here you are. You get to the cook's helper, which is like probably everyone in the kitchen's like, oh, this motherfucker got there. You know what I mean? There's probably a little jealousy, envy, right?
There was the whole way. There's been even now.
They're hating on you, low
Even
key.
now.
Yeah.
Sure, there's haters watching right now. Big luck.
I know,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
I know.
God damn, I went to school with that motherfucker.
They
man.
watching both of us, baby.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Let me give a round of applause to both of us. You know what I mean? Killing it. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Drop a donation. So let's talk about the pay rate from a pot washer to the cook's helper to now the cook. I mean, does the money get better, bro?
The money actually gets better. It does. It does. But at the same time, with the money getting better, I mean, there's now you want to live a different lifestyle. Now you want to, I got a little bit more money, so now, I'm gonna go out to eat here. You know what I mean? It's
Absolutely. bro.
yeah. I mean, but yeah, obviously every promotion I got, I mean, it was for that simple reason, to get more money, and I mean, for me, it's been a driving, factor for me that's motivated me.
It should be.
You know what I'm saying?
It should be, because
Yeah, absolutely.
the more money that you can bring in, the better life that you can not only provide for yourself but for the people around you, moms, grandma, kids, wifey.
Yeah.
And so if you know what I mean, we, at the end of the day, everybody is eating better, dressing better,
Yes, sir.
living better, stress is a little less.
Yeah.
Even though we always find other areas to stress in.
I got rid of the bucket. I finally got rid of the Toyota. It was like a little station wagon. She drove it. She crashed it actually one time. But I got rid of the station wagon. I got myself an '84 Regal.
Oh man.
Oh man, I felt like I actually got the Regal, and the guy that I got the Regal from was he was one of my coworkers at the time in Torrance, and he was selling the car, and I said, "Fuck, I want this car, bro. I want this car." I think he was asking for like $1,500 at the time.
It's a deal.
At the time.
Yeah, at the
They
time.
don't go for $1,500 no more.
Hell no.
But I told him, check it out, man. I was making maybe about $500 a week.
Yeah.
No, every 2 weeks.
Okay.
$500 every 2 weeks. That was back in the days, bro. That was good money. That was good money back then.
Yeah.
But I told him, I'm gonna give you my next 3 fucking paychecks to pay for this car. Not knowing that I still had bills and I didn't give a fuck. I wanted that fucking Regal, man.
You were ready to live in that bitch.
Yeah. So I ended up doing that and I got the Regal and that was actually my first nice car, I want to say, but
I mean, Regals were dangerous back in the day, bro.
oh shit, I crashed that motherfucker like 5 times, man. And
I mean,
I 3 of the times it was parked cars that was crashing.
Oh shit.
Serious, man.
I mean, but I remember Regals back in the day, dog. We called them pullovers, bro. You know, like.
Oh no, shit! I would get pulled over fucking every other day.
Yeah, I mean, you got a bald head, a hoodie on,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, I had it stocked. I didn't have no hydraulics or anything like that. But
they were still
But
gangster.
the cops, the cops. I had it sitting on 13s,
Okay.
and the cops were like, that, like you said, yeah.
I mean, that's all you had to do. You didn't have to do much to Regals. All you had to put is those 13 Daytons on that bitch, dog. You know, I mean, it's a wrap,
And
dog.
bro, it was white, and it had like that cream vinyl.
Sexy.
It was the inside was blue, and it had all the like electric seats and all that shit.
Those motherfuckers are comfy as fuck, too, dog.
I'm gonna get one.
I don't think they make cars like that no more. I remember those old school cars, bro. You sit in them, dog, and it's like you sitting in grandpa's sofa or recliner,
You're
bro.
driving
You
a
just
fucking
like,
sofa. Yeah, you're driving a sofa.
Yeah,
exactly.
those motherfuckers are comfy as fuck. And then and
Exactly.
you ain't got to do much to them. You put rims on them, and then you put a system, dog, that the neighbors hate
That's
to
it.
hear a block away.
That's it. They hear you swamping coming down the street.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you moving up in the ranks, baby. You got the. I mean, so how did it work out with the 3 payments, bro? You know what I mean? Were you able to pull that off?
Oh man, I had to.
Or do you still owe them to this day?
No, I paid them off, but I had to reach out to moms. You know, to
Get a little support.
you know what I mean? No, I mean just to pay the actual bills that I did have.
Yeah.
You know, beside the car. So, yeah, I mean, mom's always been there, man.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Watching right now.
Hell
Would you say
yeah.
83 years old?
83, man. She lives with me.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, she lives with me.
Are you-
I brought her in to live with me.
Now you taking care of mom's, dog.
Absolutely.
Giving her best life.
Absolutely, baby. She has a penthouse suite down the bottom.
Ooh, there we go,
Yeah,
baby.
Walk-in shower. She got all that. Walk-in closet.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Taking care of moms, bro. It's all about taking care of the family,
Gotta
dog.
take care of moms.
Yeah.
Gotta
So,
take care
did
of
you ever go to culinary school? Or did you just get in the network of the hospital business and it kept you in because you built that network for so many years?
It's funny you say that because I've always wanted to go to culinary school.
Excuse me.
I always wanted to go to culinary school.
Sorry about that.
And I went and I actually took a tour of the California Institute of America in Pasadena. I went to the CIA. I did the whole tour. They showed me all the kids. I mean, I was in heaven. I said, this is what I want to do. This is the way to go. And I was getting ready to pull that trigger. And I don't know if you know, but a culinary school, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Especially now. But back then, it wasn't cheap.
You're going to have to cook a lot of pizzas to pay that off.
Oh, been done, a lot of pizzas, a lot of sandwiches.
Yeah.
It wasn't cheap. So it was still something that I wanted to do. But
Yeah, go ahead.
but I just moved up so fast in my career that I didn't have time. And at the same time, I didn't really need it. Because here I am climbing up on the ranks and I'm learning from great chefs, you know, soaking it up from different chefs. And let's just say lucky I was at the right place at the right time.
Absolutely.
Because now you need that degree to become a chef.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to ask you.
Yeah. Now you need that paper.
You need that paper.
It
you need
doesn't
that
ma-
certification.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how good you are or how bad you are. You, regardless, if you're going to get hired as a chef, as an executive chef, you need that paper.
So how is it now? Well, how is it? So you came up in the ranks the old school way.
Yes, sir.
You came up in the ranks as an apprentice, hands-on experience. I earned this title, executive chef, but individuals now in this world of the chef world, the cooking world, the only way they can move up, it doesn't matter if they went your route and they learned from all these chefs, they need to have that certificate of piece of paper. Is that correct?
At least to get in the door, yeah.
At least to get in the door.
Yeah.
So would you, being the fact that, so say if you jumped out of your network of who you know and you tried to get an executive chef job at another establishment, bro, would you have to show that piece of paper, or do you just, your resume, your name speaks for itself?
Resume.
Okay.
Resume, because of the places I've been and the things that I've done, just my resume alone will speak for itself.
And it's a small world, correct?
Oh, it's a small world. You got people that used to work for the company that I work for that are not working for the competitors now. So it's one of those things that like, oh shit, we know this guy, we know what he could do. Shit, let's try to get him over here with us.
Absolutely.
Paper or no paper.
Yeah, your name is a brand.
We need people. We need good people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So based on where I'm at in my career, I could still move around, but these kids coming out of culinary school right now, and when I say kids, I mean, young men, young women.
Yeah.
Either they go to culinary school because they want to do it, or they go to culinary school because their parents are telling them, hey, you got to figure something out. And they say, okay, well, cooking sounds fun. I mean,
sounds fun.
They go to culinary school, they do the whole program, they graduate. Now it's time for you to get a job. It's not easy to get a job. And the ones that do get jobs, they go in the field and they're like, wait a minute, this is not like school. We actually gotta sweat, and I mean, when you're in the kitchen, it's you know what I mean? It's you're fighting the clock, you're under pressure, and it's not what magazines and TVs now glamorize it to be. Am I making any sense?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? In the TV, it's like, oh, the Chef Ramsay, or you look at the Food Network and it's like, oh shit, that's what I want to do, until you actually get in the field and have to go through those, hard days, or somebody called off, now you're picking up another shift, or, you know what I mean? It's not what they glamorize it to be. And what I'm trying to say, it's not for everybody. People think, oh, that's for me, And then what happens is these kids that either them or their parents paid thousands of dollars for culinary school, now it's not something they want to do once they really understand what it's about.
Because it takes a mind state. Let's be real about it. You know what I mean? Regardless if we're in the kitchen or not, you got to have a warrior state of
Absolutely.
mind, right? You got to be a soldier in there, and you got to buckle down, and you can't crack under pressure.
I think that goes with anything that you do, Lucky.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you know that.
Yeah, I know that, bro. I incorporate across the board, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why. So when I see these cooking shows, bro, and when I'm thinking about you in the kitchen, bro, I'm like, well, they had the right dude. They got a street dude in the kitchen. They got a dude that was down for his neighborhood. And so what makes you think he ain't gonna be down for this kitchen? He ain't gonna bang out with the best of them, And so I salute you on that, bro. But let's paint a picture, bro, of what it is to be in that kitchen under pressure, bro. I mean, we see it in these shows, bro. I mean, have you been in some rough kitchens, bro?
I've been in, not rough kitchens, but probably rough situations.
Yeah.
I think what they show on the shows, it's a lot of it's scripted too.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to put the best show possible. Everything can't go perfect, like this podcast is going. You know what I'm saying? You drop a plate, fucking burn the steak. You know what I mean?
Burn a steak
so Chef Ramsay could fucking yell at you.
Yeah.
If not, it's not a show.
Absolutely. We need drama.
Yeah. But if anything, I mean, like I said, fighting the clock. You got a big catering, or you got to start lunch for the patients at 1 o'clock and fuck, the meatloaf is not ready. Those are the situations where sometimes you have to improvise. Sometimes you have to change the script a little bit and get creative. A good example, one time we were doing a big catering. I don't know, it was a dinner for the executives. It was something. And the kitchen wasn't located where the conference room was at. So we had to take the food and warmers in a truck and drive it to the location. It was a big campus.
Wow.
We're pulling out the warmers, tall warmers. We're pulling them out to load them up on the truck. They fall over, big dog. Because it was like a little ramp to go down. And the guy that was pushing it, my helper, he was pushing it down this way, which he should have been in the back of the warmer.
Position.
And
baby.
2 of us probably should have been taking it down, and it all goes down.
Yeah.
Fucking my life flashed before my eyes.
Yeah.
I said, shit, we got a big event you got to serve in 30 minutes.
I would have picked that up and put it back in the plate.
No, bro. I said, let's go. Pick it up. We picked it up, and luckily I had wrapped everything twice.
Okay.
So that really, and foil.
It was
top
salvageable?
off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wrapped it up. We went, and nobody even fucking knew what happened.
And so the good thing about that, so you, in preparation, did you know, hey, these are things that could happen, and we're going to wrap this shit up twice? Or was it just by default that, hey, you got lucky?
Lucky. I never thought that warmer would fall.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wrapped it twice just to keep the heat in there.
There you go, baby. Yeah.
Keep it hot.
Yeah,
Because we had to travel from point A to point B.
Yeah.
So by me putting that double wrap, I wanted my food to be hot when we served it.
Yeah.
And that's why I did it, but that's what saved us.
Wow.
In that situation. But I mean, I could, we'd be here 5 days telling you about shit that happened. And
horror stories,
and
right?
it's stuff that you learn as you go. And you try to learn from your mistakes, but sometimes it's shit that you can't control.
Absolutely.
Shit just happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the kitchen, shit happens.
But the biggest thing about when these things happen is of course you're gonna have a little panic within you. Like you said, your life flashed between your mind, but you stayed cool, calm, and collective. Good thing you wrapped this shit up. I mean, when you're in that position, bro, you got to keep a cool, calm head and always have a solution, correct?
Oh, shit. I've been in kitchens where shit happens like that and the chef fucking goes berserk. So once the chef goes berserk, everybody goes berserk.
Yeah, it ripples all the way down the line.
So, like you said, you have to be cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, this shit fell, but hey, let's figure it out. You got to let your people know around you that you're in control.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having some issues, but guess what? We're gonna bust this dinner out, and we're gonna sit back and talk about it after. We're gonna have some beers and fucking laugh about it. Remember that day fucking the warmer fell? Yeah, they're probably listening right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit, I remember that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the things that I honestly, for me in the kitchen, they make you stronger. Because if you don't know how to deal with that shit, somebody else would just take off their apron and say, fuck that, I don't need this.
Which there's probably hundreds of
absolutely.
thousands, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And those are going back to those kids coming out of culinary school saying, fuck, this is not what I signed up for. And now you're in debt. You know, you got to pay that culinary school, and that's not something I want to do in my future. So
yeah,
I advise people, you know, to take a. I had people asking me the other day. I said, "What do you suggest?" I'm really interested. I love it. I love culinary. I love cooking at home. What do you suggest? I said, go to a community college. They have these little culinary courses.
Yeah, get your feet wet.
That are cheap.
Yeah.
You learn soups and sauces, and then you figure out, okay, is this what I want to do or not?
Soups and sauces.
Yeah, that's the basics. Once you have soups and sauces, you could create multiple dishes.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So go in there, test it out, you know, feel the heat a little bit, and then say, okay, I did the little community class. Now I want to take it to another level.
Why do I love this so much? Soups and sauces. Why
Soups
does that?
and sauces.
Why does that?
Double S, SS.
Double S, baby.
SS.
Why does soups and sauces just sound so just?
It just rhymes. It rhymes.
Soups and sauces.
It's sexy.
It is sexy, bro.
Sexy,
Someone
yeah.
needs to make a rap song about soups and sauces, bro.
I'm sure there's one out there. Look it up.
Look,
Soups?
yeah, do something with
Look that
yourself.
shit up.
There probably is one. Hey, do you want to
There's multiple.
What is up with this dude? Lucky got shooter arrested, bro.
There's spammers going hard right now. They even posed as me. They made an account as me.
This dude is tripping. This dude says good post about me, and then he says this. This dude's wigged the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
out,
going on
dog.
for the last 10 minutes.
Dude, you are fucking up the vibe, bro. Stop that shit, dog. Damn, dog. That dude is bugged the fuck out, dog.
And he even got a fake Bambi page. He
Damn.
even made a fake me page, fake Bambi page.
Shout out to Bambi. I love Bambi. That's the home girl. That's the family right there. She was just at the crib the other day. I love Bambi. Shout out to Julius too. You know what I mean? I love you guys. That's family right there. This dude that's doing all this shit right here. You know what I mean? Stop that, bro. You know what I mean? You fucking out your goddamn mind. You fucking up.
So what is there people like weighing in or?
There's a lot of people, bro. We've had about 400 people on here, bro. But so soups and sauces, bro. I mean, I mean, to me, let's be honest. When it comes to soups and sauces, with me, bro, I am the basic dude, right? Like just like all of us, right? Like I mean, so let me ask you a question, bro. I love spaghetti, right? I can't eat it all the time because I try to do a keto diet, dog. But I like to say my spaghetti is one of the best spaghettis in the world, you know? I want to say the spaghetti like my little love says it. Lily says it. She says I can't even say the way she says it. You know, kids have a hard time saying spaghetti, dog. It's cute as fuck, dog. But so I like ragu spaghetti sauce. You know what I mean? And when it comes to a chef, when he thinks about ragu spaghetti sauce, he's probably gonna take a big shit in his pants possibly and say, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, they use canola oil and there's added sugar. It's bad.
Yeah, well,
Is ragu bad, bro?
you know what?
Yeah, it's the
I
low, the
love
low.
ragu, bro.
I don't honestly, as a chef, and I'm not gonna tell you that every time that I make spaghetti or any time that I go and I cook not every time do I make my sauce from scratch. I do, but I use the ragu. I use the, you know what I'm saying, convenient stuff.
Excuse me.
But what I do is I enhance it.
Okay.
So I'll dice up some onions.
You soup it up.
I'll dice up some fresh garlic.
Okay.
I'll saute that first with a little bit of nice olive oil.
Talk to me, baby.
And then I'll add that ragu in there.
Yeah.
And then I'll chop up some basil, fresh basil, sprinkle it, you know, sprinkle me, man. And then it's not ragu anymore.
No.
It's a lucky sauce.
No, that's Chef Jay-Z, baby. Don't play with it. No.
Soups and sauces, it's soups and sauces. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
But yeah. Nothing wrong with ragu.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with ragu.
So when it comes to soups, like let's talk food, dog. I'm hungry right now, and I feel like I'm in the supermarket right now.
We should have catered this motherfucker, man.
We're doing.
I could have made that happen, but it would have been hard to get a couple chafing dishes. in here.
Well, thanks to the Goonies, we're about to upgrade to a new studio because these motherfuckers are dropping a gang of motherfucking money for us to upgrade to the next studio over, which is 3 times the size, and it has a bathroom. You know what I mean? So we ain't got to go down the hallway and shit on the community bathroom. And I've taken 3 shits here, by the way. But anyways, and everyone is like, how you shit right there? I'm like, well, when you got to go, you got to go.
go.
Dog. You know what I mean? I don't give a
go.
fuck. I put shit in a porta potty in construction. But why are we talking about shit?
I never did that, but yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Never did that.
Not a porta potty. I just
Yeah.
It's all good though. I ain't judging.
Well, I work construction, dog.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean?
sure.
I mean, if
That's
you
probably the best restroom around.
well, it's the only restroom around. Okay. But let's be honest, bro. Like, if you're working in the kitchen and there's porta potties for the people that are working in the kitchen, I don't want to eat at that restaurant. You know what I mean? Yeah. Absolutely not. Yeah. But so soups, bro. Soups, and we are in sweater weather season right now. When it comes to soups, bro, let's talk food, baby.
Okay.
I mean, what is your soup of choice, dog? That you're gonna if you wanted to dress to impress a pot of soup for X amount of people of your say family, friends, whatever, dog. What are you making?
Well, it's one of those things. If you're gonna do for family stuff like that, I mean, you want to obviously do something that everybody's familiar with. So when I say soups, I would say a good pozole. Like,
Do you do the green or the red?
do them both.
In the same pot?
No.
Oh, okay. You have a
Different occasions.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say, damn.
But if I'm doing like a upscale sit down dinner, I would probably hit you like with like a butternut squash soup.
Damn, bro.
And then like
Fire.
garnish it like with a little sour cream on top to give it a little parsley. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want nobody butternutting in my soup, but anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, that
Casey will take a large.
That's something that I would do. I mean, yeah.
What is a butternut squash, bro? And excuse my baddies.
A butternut squash is same family from a yellow squash. It's just the texture and the size is different. It's more of a seasonal,
Dish.
Yeah, but more seasonal vegetable.
Okay.
You know
there
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Close to a pumpkin.
Oh, got you.
Flavor like a carrot.
Okay.
Sweet.
Is there any protein in it?
There might be a little protein.
What kind of protein would you put in a butternut squash soup?
If you were to do something like that, I'll probably add like a shrimp, or I'll probably add, something. I wouldn't do chicken, or I wouldn't do beef, obviously.
Okay.
But I would do probably like some type of seafood on there.
Absolutely.
Like a nice piece of fish, probably like a nice piece of salmon seared, and just put it on there, just so you have some type, because it's a cream soup.
Yeah.
And it's all veggie.
Got you.
So if you did want to add protein, that's probably what I would do. I would do like a nice shrimp right on top.
So a 205 gram butternut squash has 1.8 grams of protein.
Okay.
This is what they look like.
Yeah, there you go.
Butternut squash.
That's it right there.
That looks like the thing between your legs. A vagina. Excuse me. Sorry about that, bro. I know your wife's in the building, though.
Yeah.
I always tell the fellas. I said,
But
my
it does.
boy-
It does. Like probably after you had like 10 babies. Once you cut it up.
I love butternut squash.
Oh,
soup.
I love.
Do you?
Oh, it's
I've never
delicious.
had it,
Never
bro.
had it?
I mean, is that a place that you? I mean, do you have a butternut squash in a fancy restaurant? I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
like he was saying, it's also seasonal.
It's seasonal, yeah.
So like fall, that's
Yeah,
when
Thanksgiving,
pumpkin spice fraps come out.
Yeah.
All that, and it's delicious.
so how is it with you? So let's touch back down to the soil. I mean, you were born and raised in East LA, bro. So you were born and raised with taco trucks, right? The elote man, all that,
Oh,
all
absolutely.
that amazing,
Absolutely.
the food that we were raised up on. I mean, how is it for you being an executive chef? I mean, do you still go to taco trucks, bro?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you can't fuck up carne asada, right?
I mean, you could. You
Yeah.
could. If you're not using the right ingredients, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, the taco trucks, the little mom and pop shops, those are the best foods that you could get. And people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people do. They have their certain spots that they go to all the time. But those are the real the real motherfucking chefs are in there in the back. And they've been doing this shit for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, once you do find a spot like that, you keep going back just
Yeah.
because you know what you're gonna get and it's consistent.
Have you ever put?
Oh, I love taco trucks, man.
Yeah.
What you talking about? We're gonna hit one on the way home.
Absolutely, as you should, bro.
Shit.
We in the neighborhood for
Hell
it, right? You know what I mean?
yeah.
This is Taco Truck City right here, baby.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever put anything in the dirt and cooked it in the ground?
Me personally, no, but I've been with people that have done it.
I mean, that's the whole profession by itself, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta know how to. First of all, you gotta make sure your temperature is right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if not, either you're gonna overcook it or undercook it. But you gotta make sure that it's wrapped securely. You gotta make sure that it's all being. It's kind of like making tamales.
Yeah.
So picture the pot, but now the pot's underground.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that it's the right heat.
So, what would be your specialty when it comes to Chef Jay-Z in the kitchen? Like, you know what I mean? When you're going to turn out, you're going to show up, what is your best look?
Lucky, I get asked this all the time, and it's one of those things. It's like I don't think I could ever come up with just one dish. I mean, if I'm gonna do a big event,
Yeah.
or if I'm gonna do like a 4 or 5 course meal, a lot of times I like to see what the client wants to see. after me feeding them, ideas,
Yeah.
Because I don't want to come up with some and it's like that wasn't even what they wanted.
Absolutely.
So for these big events, we do a lot of planning, just kind of like you do with your podcast. You got to do your homework.
Absolutely.
You got to go look at the location. You got to go. I mean, there's all these factors that take place into having a successful event and making sure that the client's happy and they keep coming back versus you just doing your thing and hoping that they like it.
Yeah.
When I'm at home, I like to go back to the basics. What my grandma used to cook.
What she cook?
You know what I mean? Like, simple stuff. I mean, carne con chile. You know what I'm saying? Like, hard shell tacos. But you know what I mean?
Deep fried.
But yeah, absolutely.
Deep fried, baby.
Absolutely. I hope my doctor's not watching, but Dr. Skovanovich.
Skovanovich.
You know what I'm saying?
Jack Steffen.
Yeah.
Let me get a beer, dog. I need a beer. This
Yeah.
is I need an ice cold beer right now, dog.
But-
Give me one of them tall cans, baby. You
But-
need something, bro?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Appreciate that.
Y- y-
Yeah, lucky. But like I said, at home, I try to stay with the basics. I mean, my kids are not. Doesn't mean that I don't get gourmet at the house. I mean, I don't know if you saw some of my pictures.
Those pictures are amazing,
That's
bro.
90% at my house.
Wait, that's 90% at your house?
At my house, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
And
at
if-
home. That's
and
at
it-
home.
And if you don't mind me asking, what are the ages of your kids?
My oldest is 20. I always get this shit wrong.
Go ahead. It's okay. I do too, though.
27.
26,
Yeah.
26, 22, and 15. So these kids have an amazing palate.
Oh shit! My youngest, that little
Palate. I'm talking
motherfucker.
chef talk now.
My youngest, that little motherfucker could eat.
Hell yeah, you can
Serious.
eat. If I'm one of your kids,
He
baby.
just went into high school, and I'm like, you got to get a job the way you're eating, man. Well, he's a big boy. He's a big boy, but I mean, I think my kids and the wifey are like, they're my best critics because they'll tell me,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? Either you had a little too much salt that day, or you know what I mean? Which rarely, at home, but
Yeah.
sometimes I might have. Jack Daniels too much, and
Yeah, you're
I
getting
kinda-
so crazy.
Yeah,
Getting a little trigger happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, frying up too many shots in that kitchen, yeah.
Exactly. So, I try to keep it traditional. We do like hamburger bars where you could build your. I try to keep it fun.
Hamburger bars.
Yeah,
I like that, bro.
Yeah, you put the condiments and then they put whatever in the fuck they want on it, and it's not like you're trying to cater to them. You just give them the actual protein with the cheese and.
Well, let's talk about a hamburger. Is there, when it comes to a hamburger, does a hamburger have to, is there ever such thing as a hamburger piece of meat being too thick? Or does it have to be a certain size? Because recently I had a hamburger that was way too thick, and it just destroyed the fucking hamburger. Like, when you bite into a hamburger and you got the fucking Thousand Island dressing, you got the ketchup, the mustard, the mayo, the pickle, the lettuce, you know what I mean? And so it's got to be an equal, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you just get all the fucking, just
the whole point, Lucky, is for all the ingredients to come together once it hits a palate.
the perfect collaboration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like you're putting out a fucking platinum hit.
Mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah. The perfect collaboration.
The beats gotta be right. The vocals gotta be right. The same thing with a burger, man. You gotta make sure the lettuce is nice and crisp. You gotta make sure the tomatoes are not too thickly sliced.
Yeah.
Cause they do that shit at a lot of fucking burger joints. The
Yeah.
burger might be good, but you bite into this thick ass tomato.
And it
it's
fucks
like,
it up. Yeah.
The pickles gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? The sauce gotta be right. Soups and sauces,
Soups and sauce.
they gotta be right. So yeah, it's a whole combination of everything coming together once you actually taste it and it hits your palate. Yeah, absolutely. What I do at home, I buy 80-20 ground beef. I don't.
But the 70-30 will get you fucking. No, go ahead.
Well, you get a little bit more. It depends how, and you're right. Shit, you do have a little chef in you.
No, I'm just talking shit. Because my girl gets mad when I get the 70-30. She's like, "Well, you tripping?
But for different dishes, you do want that little extra grease, or you want it a little extra lean.
And that's
you
what
do,
it is.
You
yeah.
do. But I do a 80-20 every time on the burger. And what I do is just grab a piece, smash it. We call them smash burgers at the house. I think there's a restaurant called
Yeah,
Smash
there
Burger.
is.
So if you're listening to Smash Burger, that's a plug right there. But
Yeah.
we just smash them thin, and a little Lowry seasoning, a little fresh cracked pepper. When you put the cheese, and then I like to add bacon, applewood bacon, avocado, lettuce, tomato, and then we do our own Thousand Island at the house, which is basic. It's
What do you mean our own Thousand Island? Are we making it?
we make it at home.
Oh, you making it at home?
Yeah,
Fresh
yeah.
Thousand Island?
It's simple.
How you do that?
Hey, you get the mayonnaise, ketchup, relish, and I like to add a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. And the last ingredient, I'm not gonna give it to you because,
The last ingredient was the real one, bro.
but the last ingredient is the main one. So
Yeah, I know, because you said, wait, what did he say? Hold on. He said mayonnaise, ketchup, cracked pepper,
Relish.
relish,
Yeah,
and then the
then-
last ingredients.
yeah, the last ingredient.
What would be the last ingredients? Because it had to give
Let's
it that
see.
pink flavor. No.
The
'cause
ketchup
gives
does
it
that.
Red,
yeah.
yeah.
The ketchup does that.
What he may put, maybe he would put a little bit of mustard. Who knows if he wants tartness?
I like mustard. I like tartness.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand that the Thousand Island is sweet. So you gotta stay sweet. So even if I'm not saying that's what it is, but even if you do put a mustard, it's gotta be a honey mustard or.
Yeah, something to complement that. Yeah. That
We
makes
could
sense.
talk. We could talk once the podcast is over. I'll give you guys the last ingredient, but I don't want the million of viewers right now to try to duplicate my sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
I could
not,
give you
sir.
I could give you the recipe, but you'll never get my sauce.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I'm not mad at that because I got a boy, Burst Rock. Shout out to Burst Rock. He's got Taco Junkies. And one time,
Taco Junkies,
yeah,
yeah,
and one
yeah.
time my boy Burst Rock came to the crib and I said, bro, so my son was trying to start a little taco thing, blah blah blah. And I said, these fools need to learn how to make salsa, dog. 'Cause salsa's
that's a key ingredient.
Yeah, it's the main thing on
Soups
on
and
tacos,
sauces,
right?
baby.
Yeah. And so my boy Burst,
Shirts, soups, and sauce.
yeah, that's next with you, baby. We got to get that cracking.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, so he said, I'm going to come and show you guys the basics, but I'm not going to give you my last ingredient. And so he came and showed my son the basics, and it was cool, bro, but it was missing the last ingredients, right? You know, and I'm not mad at that, bro, you know what I mean? Because not everybody can get the key ingredients, dog, you know what I mean? And motherfuckers got to hold their value, dog, and I love that, dog. So where are we at? So I was looking at your Instagram, bro. And I seen you driving a fucking bus, bro. I was like, whoa, that's like a fucking
tour bus.
quarter million.
Tour bus.
Yeah, what was that, bro?
Yeah, that's actually Scott Freeman's. It's my boss's.
Wow.
We took it out for a dip that day. We went to go put gas. I mean, I think we put $100 in the tank, and it didn't even fade it. It didn't even move the.
That's like putting $5 in the truck, huh?
Yeah, but that's not mine.
Okay.
That's my boss's, my mentor, my best friend. That's his. It's a beautiful fucking tour bus, man. The fucking leather and yeah, yeah. But look, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
As far as for people that do have RVs or people that do want to buy RVs, I mean that's a luxury RV. That's something that.
Cream of the crop.
We could take this fucking podcast on the tour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And hit city to city and live comfortable. It has a washer and dryer. It has it all. You could cook gourmet meals off of that. I mean, serious. You can put up some shit. It's got like fucking
Wow.
5 TVs in that motherfucker.
It's amazing.
But I've honestly, and I'm sure Scott's listening. I come to a conclusion that you don't have to own an RV. You just gotta know somebody that has one.
I knew you were going to
You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, how many times do you fucking take the RV out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And how many times you got to driveway long enough for that bitch?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You got to store that bitch. I mean,
you gotta store it, and not
Yeah.
only do you gotta store it, you gotta store it indoor so it doesn't fuck up the paint and fuck up the.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a second home.
I mean,
It's considered a second home because it has a restroom and a shower.
I mean, there's levels in life, baby.
Tax write-off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's most definitely a tax write-off.
yeah. But-
And so I was looking through your Instagram, and I seen you sitting at something that I am very comfortable looking at is prints. you were looking at construction prints. I mean, what do you have going on right now? Do you have a restaurant going on? What do you have going on, bro?
So the whole thing behind the prints and the whole thing behind that whole part of the business is that maybe last year I kind of semi-retired from chef. Those roles, those cooking, actually being in the kitchen every day and managing people and doing schedules, and I kind of went away from that.
Okay.
And at the time I thought that I was going to go away from it completely. But it just when you think you're out, fucking sucks you back in. You know what I'm saying? But I took this different project on. I'm actually a consultant. Quality consultant is my title. Outside of what I do from chefing. So what actually my role is we're going in and like we're redesigning kitchens. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
We're going in and redesigning kitchens and like making them more modern, more state of the art. Like I'm talking about these old kitchens that were built in some of these hospitals back in the days. So we're going in there now and we're seeing, okay, so what's new? What's out there popping? What are the new brands? What are people, people are eating different now than they did back in the days.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what my job is I go into these kitchens, and being that I am an executive chef, I have a better vision of, okay, the grill needs to be here because the deep fryer's over here and the flow's gonna go this way, and we don't want people
crisscrossing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before it was all the engineers that did that, and they're construction people. Nothing.
They had they know nothing about a kitchen.
No knowledge of a kitchen or what the chef needs,
they were eating their lunch off a microwave while designing this.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And there was no input from a chef to say, okay, could I see the blueprints?
Yeah.
Could I see what you guys are designing for me? To even see if it's gonna work for me. To put out the type of meals that I want to put out from this kitchen. So now what I'm doing is I'm going in there and I'm looking at the blueprints and I'm working with the construction teams and now we're like moving shit around. Just recently, the other day, there's a new coffee shop that we're turning into it's called Tres Habaneros. It's like a Chipotle basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heard of that place? I've seen it.
Yeah. So. We went in there, we saw the blueprints, and we noticed that there was no fountain drink machine.
Yeah.
So we had to go back to the designer and say, you know what, we need to add and that made it a big thing because now you have to run wires for all the soda, for the CO2, for the...
Yeah.
So that was something that we caught because once it was all designed, it would have been harder to go back in and put a soda machine.
Yeah.
Let's catch it before... it's designed. So pretty much I'm a quality consultant is my title.
I mean, I would call it an engineer chef.
Yeah.
Chef engineer now.
But lucky, this is all new to me.
And
I'm learning. I got to sit on conference calls, construction calls, and you got to put your input where we at. And the main thing is you gotta beat your deadline. So if they say, okay, with this new thing we're doing, you got 6 weeks to do it. You got to make sure that all the right equipment's coming in, the POS systems for the registers. You got to make sure the steam tables, and right now with everything, the shipping and everything, it's fucking crazy. There's shit sitting out in the fucking water.
Or it might be sitting in Boyle Heights along the fucking east Boyle Heights.
Yep.
You see those trains broken
Yep.
Yep. I mean, Casey was wondering what happened to his fucking what was that mechanical thing that you ordered online? Anyways,
Can't say.
Yeah.
But I get it, bro, and that's a testament to the story that you've shared here on the podcast, bro. That you are forever pressing the limits, right? You're always reaching for the stars, baby.
You want to see. I think as you get older, you want to see what else you could add to your resume. You know, how could I work smarter, not harder? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I do go in the kitchen still, but it's maybe one day out of the week,
Yeah.
just to support or to work with the chefs. But you know, probably 4 days out of the week, I'm shirt and tie. You know,
That's amazing, bro.
I go in there and you know,
So
now, lucky we're going in there and we're sitting in business meetings and we're talking to executives. You know,
And how are these executives when they see this bald-headed dude coming in?
Well, again, I mean, everybody always judges a book by its color, but nowadays everybody's bald, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And one thing too that you know, I'm not sleep down.
Yeah.
But that was one thing that going back to Scott Freeman, that was one thing that he told me from the get-go. He goes, and this is years ago. This is probably 25 years ago. He told me. He goes, I know your lifestyle. I know what you've done, and I know what we're trying to get. But if you ever get tattoos here, or it's gonna be harder for me to sell you to the client.
Yeah.
And I always took that into heart. I mean, I got my mom's name here, and I think that's all I got. But even if I'm wearing a long sleeve or a chef coat, I mean, it covers it.
That's a good man right there.
I mean, it's different now because tattoos are acceptable.
Yeah. Opposed to back in the day.
Back in the days, it's
Yeah.
like they see you, you're a fucking outcast.
Yeah, no, everybody and their mama got them, dog.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
the fucking doctors that are operating on you got them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? So that was one thing that I always took to heart. He always told me that. He said, "Yeah, it's going to be harder for me to promote you. It's like a career limited move."
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's where you stay.
Well, it comes, and let's speak about that, bro. Especially with the homies that are in the acting world. There's a lot of homies that are doing acting roles, bro, and they're like I don't mean no disrespect on this, but it's kind of like when you tattoo yourself up and shit like that, or you come into and with tattoos, you're kind of like a one-trick pony. What are we gonna do with you? We're gonna put you as a fucking convict. We're gonna put you as a bad guy.
There's only limited roles for you.
Yeah, dog. And so if you are a homie and you don't have all the visible tattoos, then you can possibly be somebody else. You can play a police officer, a correctional officer.
Exactly.
You can play any fucking role and shit. You know what I mean? You know. But let's talk about when it comes to low riding.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the low riding.
Yeah.
You know. So how did you get into low riding?
So, I mean, I've always been fascinated with the culture. I've always, thought that, those cars were beautiful, sexy. And as a young kid, I had a lot of uncles that had them. And I remember one of my uncles used to scoop me up. He had a 6'4" Impala hardtop. And he would scoop me up, and we would go just to the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? And just to see like the heads turn, it was something special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always knew that I wanted one, but Lowrider's not cheap. Especially now. So I was able to purchase mine like right before COVID started, and at that time I paid $25,000 for mine.
What do you got?
I have a '64 Chevy Impala.
Is it that gold one?
It's silver, pewter.
Oh, it's silver.
Silver,
the silver one. I'm sorry,
yeah,
guys.
silver.
It's like a hard top, right?
Yeah, hard top.
It's
got
It's the one in the picture that we did for the promo, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That shit is tight, though.
It's got thank you. It's got basic setup. It's got 2 pumps, 8 batteries, front, back, side to side. You know what I'm saying? But when I bought it prior to COVID, right when COVID started, $25,000, and I was saying, fuck. At that time, I was thinking, fuck, that's a lot of fucking money, But I wanted it, And I ended up doing it. I pulled the trigger. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I worked so hard. I gotta treat myself,
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was thinking, knowing the culture, I was thinking, fuck, this probably be a good way to get the family together and do cruises and, hang out on a Sunday afternoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So taking all that into mind, like I said, I pulled the trigger. I don't even think I asked the wife. I just said, fuck it. I went, I took out the cash from the bank. I took it to the guy cash. And he was counting it. We went to Inglewood. I told my wife, nobody comes out here until I come out here to get the cash. If anybody else comes out here, don't give it to them, drive away.
Yeah.
Because I, you know what I mean? I didn't know the people at the time.
Yeah. You got to move like that.
Yes, sir. But we made the deal happen. The guy fucking's counting the cash. He's like, fuck, why didn't you fucking just wire it to me? You know what I'm saying? Would have been easier. I'm thinking, fuck, man. Now you tell me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I did end up purchasing the 64 Impala. And honestly, I think that's one of the best purchases I've made besides my home. You know? Because just because of the history behind it and you know, the whole culture, and it was something that I wanted as a kid,
I mean, it's a representation of where you were born and raised.
Well,
it's the culture, right?
Your car is a reflection of you, and it doesn't have to be a lowrider. Whatever car you're driving, I honestly believe your car is a reflection of you. So if your car looks good, you're gonna look good.
So let me ask you a question. This man right here, our photographer Preston,
Yes, sir.
drives a Prius.
Okay.
So
Red.
A red Prius.
I think I saw it out there.
Yeah, I mean, so what would you? What is the take when it comes to your car is a reflection of the individual? He drives a Prius. What would you say on that? Like, and be brutally honest. It's all good.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I really want you
because
to shit on him.
I'm gonna be honest with you because I don't know the history behind the Prius. If you told me, okay, he drives a 62 or a 63, I would, okay, well, this guy's laid back. But if you were to ask me a Prius, I would say, fuck, this guy's living on the fast lane. You know what I'm saying?
More like the bus lane.
And I feel that too. I feel like a car is a reflection of the man. So let me tell you this. And I think this is a really good subject, dog, when it comes to the car reflecting as the individual. So being the fact I work construction, we call these gas savers, right? You know what I mean? When you're always commuting, you buy yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You buy yourself.
I got a few of those.
Yeah, you buy yourself a gas saver. So I had a Ford Focus that I fucking rear-ended somebody in very bad because I was looking at fucking I was looking at fucking Moco Space. No, I was looking at fucking what is it? Not the Instagram, the other one. Huh? Not Facebook. Anyways, I was looking at a social media site. And honestly, my girl might be watching right now, but I've seen the biggest breast that I've ever seen. And I was like, God damn it. You know what I mean? And then, bah! You know what I mean? I rear-ended the fuck out of somebody. You know what I mean? My girl doesn't know that I've seen some breasts.
Now she does.
Yeah, she does now. You know what I mean? But it's okay because I'm transparent, and I'm transparent to a point that you might hear. So I'm so transparent that you might hear it till like 3 years later.
I mean, were they finger licking good?
but so anyway,
crash, yeah.
But that's a little that R.I.P. to that gas saver, that Ford Focus. But so I've had gas savers, bro, and it came to a point where I was commuting so much, bro, and then I had this Honda Civic that I sold to my homeboy Smiley's daughter. And anyways, I've had gas savers, but when you in a gas saver, bro, motherfuckers look at you, dog, and they be looking at you disrespectful sometimes, dog. Like, homie, like you in that, you looking all trying to look all hard in that motherfucking Honda 2003 Honda Civic. Shut up, fool. Get the fuck out my way. Like, you don't get no respect on the road, dog. You know what I mean?
but sometimes they don't know what you have in the garage.
Exactly, and I feel you on that. So it came a point where I got my money up. And so I started driving my truck. I have a truck. I have a beautiful truck, dog. You know what I mean? That I had kept in the driveway at the time because I was like, this shit's too expensive to drive. But then I got my money up and I was like, well, it's expensive to drive, but I can afford it now. So now I drive my truck and I feel so good driving in my truck, even though when I'm commuting and I'm like, well, this is taking a lot of gas. You know what I mean? But I feel good about taking all this gas, bro. You know what I mean? Because I feel good about myself. I mean, a man... And so I have this dude that I work with. He's a foreman, and he drives a piece of shit car. And he talks about, he's like, someone left a note on my car saying they wanted to buy my car. I'm like, shut the fuck up, fool. Ain't nobody want to buy that piece of shit, dog. Because he's trying to justify all the money that he makes, and for him having that in the construction parking lot, dog. And it's like, bro, that is a piece of shit, dog. You know what I mean? And that's a reflection of you. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir. Yes, sir.
And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm talking shit right now, but let's be real about it, dog. Drive a car that you feel good about yourself, bro.
Absolutely.
You know that it's a reflection of yourself, bro.
Oh,
If you make a ton of money, why you driving a little piece of shit, beat up ass motherfucking car, bro?
Or lucky, at least make sure it's clean.
At least
Make sure that motherfucker's
like
clean.
it's super clean.
Yes,
this thing
sir.
ain't even super clean. It's beat up, got
Make sure
dents
that-
on it, homie.
Make sure the hood caps are clean. and make sure
Yeah, yeah, okay. So this is a gas saver. It's an old school car or new school car, whatever the fuck, but it is cherry.
Yes, sir.
Then I'm good with that, bro. But anyways, like I feel like a car is a reflection of yourself,
It is,
and it can make you feel good. It can make you feel bad. I mean, every time you get in it, because at the end of the day, like, let's talk about my field, bro. Like, I'm in my car a gang of hours a day to commute, bro. You know what I mean? And if I gotta pay a little extra money to feel good in my truck, then fuck it, dog. So be it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I think with the lowrider game, it's more of a competition. You know what I'm saying? You want to pull up in the best car. You want to hit the switches and you want to hit the highest. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Your vape.
at least in my view, there's been guys that've been doing this shit for a really long time. I'm pretty much new in the game,
Yeah.
but I was able to connect with some really good people. You know what I'm saying? That kind of brought me in, and that's where my club comes in. You know what I'm saying?
So are you new to this club? We got your plaque
I'm new.
right here.
I'm probably. I want to say I'm probably the newest member that joined the club as far as recently. Yeah.
And tell us about this club right here, bro.
All right, so check it out, man. Plata o Plomo is our car club, and it was originated in Long Beach, California, by a gentleman by the name of Long Beach Lloyd.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Oh, Long Beach Lloyd's the man. You know, so Long Beach Lloyd's the president. Our VP is Gibby. What up, Gib?
What up, Gib?
Another gentleman by the name of Mario, and another gentleman by the name of Junior. They were the originators of this whole thing. They're the ones that had the vision. They're the ones that were together one day and said, you know what, let's start this shit. But definitely Long Beach Lloyd is the man.
Is he a black dude or
No. Long Beach Lloyd is he's mixed. Long
Okay.
Beach Lloyd is mixed, and I don't want to say because I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah.
But I know he has a little Asian in him, and he has a little white in him, and again, he's a solid dude.
Let's get Long Beach Lloyd on here one
Oh
day.
shit, Long Beach Lloyd would be good.
Yeah.
Well, Long Beach Lloyd, actually, now that we're talking about this, Long Beach Lloyd has his own podcast.
What's it called?
It's called Low Riding with Lloyd.
Shit, let's get him on even more.
Low Riding with Lloyd, and it's huge. It's huge. It's growing. He's had Busy Bone on there. He's had a few. Mike Miller. He's had Mike Miller, famous photographer.
Yeah. Shit, we've had Dale Brown on here.
I mean, he's doing. Obviously, he's really doing his thing. But Nick, my buddy Nick, which is our captain for the Los Angeles chapter, was the one that kind of brought me in when I got my car. He said, "Hey, come hang out with us." And honestly, as soon as they got there and I met the guys and girls, they were like they were open arms, like everybody was cool and
It was family oriented.
oh, definitely family orientated.
Yeah.
And that's where I think that's where I said, you know what? This I want to be part of this.
Yeah.
So again, Plata o Plomo Car Club, much love, Big Lloyd, everybody else over there, the whole camp, the whole team, the Los Angeles chapter, everybody's awesome. Everybody has fucking beautiful cars, and it's one of the things it's when we all ride together, it's that feeling that it's like, you know, it's family, but you know, people are heads turning, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's something. It's a feeling that I can't explain.
It's probably the way a stripper feels.
Probably.
You know?
I want to say that's probably the best
analogy.
That's probably the best.
It's the way a stripper feels.
Yeah.
Like
everybody's looking at me.
everybody's looking at me.
Everybody's looking at me.
And then
And
that
she's
makes-
on the chrome pole.
Yeah.
Triple chrome.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's a good comparison. Yeah.
So would you mind? We're gonna end this right now, but would you mind ending it with some phone calls?
No, let's do it, man.
Let's do some phone calls. Let's take a quick
see who's
break.
let's see. Yeah, let's take a break.
I gotta take a leak real
I
quick.
gotta throw a leak too.
And
Let's see who's on the lines, man.
Yeah, we'll be back with Chef Jay-Z for
Cheers,
some phone calls, baby.
Much love, much love.
And anybody that wants to throw some donations for the new platform, there's the Cash App right there, baby. I love you guys. I appreciate it, dog.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Emotions out of focus. I'm crawling at my lowest. Feet hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move. Burning to your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the roof. Woof, woof. Hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang ebonics. Hang with the rules or you gotta pull your weight. Throw the biggest tool, keep one in the chain. This is not a date. Dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Pennies for my thoughts, I still can't make a dollar. Anybody home, Mr. 38 revolver. Holla, Lord, I need change. Heard you heal the hurt, I heard you kill the pain. Homie down the street, you left them dead in the dirt. Now his mama growing grays. Clouds in the skies leave tears on the grave. No smile on the face, just another t-shirt. Small funeral, see his girl when they flirt. Shit still fresh, still smell death. Bunch of drug addicts, can't wait to fuck next. Let the pussy rest, waiting on the prey like a goon in your home. It's 2 in the morning.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Hey, 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 hey. Kodak pictures catch the redness in my eyes. The pookie virtualized got the devil in my mind. The highs, the lows, a suicide note. The drip of the nasal, feel the tip of the razor. I'm tired of the living, I'm tired of the sinning. I wanna be dead dog better than these meds. Got my girl gagged, keep acting stupid, gonna throw you through the glass. Broken windows, limo tinted nipple. She crazy, we crazy, another meth baby. I need to sober up, I'm tripping, she waking. I think I need some sleep, I'm losing my mind. Catch me while I leap.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I
Check, check.
go and get his
Donate for the new studio, baby. Let's go.
word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait
So we are up to $336 for the new studio, man. We need to raise that up if possible. And if not, you know what? I just return everybody's money to them. You know what I mean? We're trying to upgrade to the studio where we can have people join the studio, come in as a studio audience, and everybody that donates, I will honor that to bring you in, give you guys Hoodstocks gear, and let you be a part of the audience during one of the podcasts. How about that? You know what I mean? I love you guys. There's the Cash App right there. The Venmo is at Lucky Sun Zoo. I appreciate you guys. Let's go. We're going to be bringing the homie back in 1 minute. Here we go. Matter of fact, he's back already. Let's get this shit cracking. Here we go.
What did I miss?
You didn't miss nothing, dog. Shout out to everybody that's putting everybody that's dropped donations right here. So the part about dropping a donation on this is I don't get it until like a month later. You know, that's the thing about the donations. And I've talked about that in the past. When it comes to like when we've had guests on, previous guests, and we did donations for the guest, or whatever we were doing, whatever we were funding for, which we've done it several times, right? The money doesn't ever come till a month later, and so that's the problem about donating directly on here. But let me put the phone number. We're gonna open up the phone line to ask Chef Jay-Z, maybe get some pointers if you're an upcoming chef. If you are, you know, just want to just speak, talk, ask him some questions. Feel free to. And let's do it like this. This is the right number.
Call in, man.
Yeah, call in. Let's ask
Shit,
them.
where my people at? I know we got some people out there tuned in. What up?
There we go, right there, baby. All right, so it is on right there. Let me see. Let me look at these real quick. Let me look at we'll see if there's anything right here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're doing good. We're doing really good, really, really good.
Hey chef, what if you could have one favorite spice? What would that spice be?
Kosher salt.
Damn.
Kosher salt because, I mean, that goes on everything.
Yeah, salt's essential.
Yeah. Kosher salt. But it has to be kosher salt. Not your regular fucking table salt.
Kosher soda.
Yeah.
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
What up, Lux?
What up, baby? Who's this?
This is Zar from Santana, homie.
Yeah, what up, baby?
Hey, I just want to give a big shout out to you, to the chef in the house.
My man.
I got a quick question. For the
Yes,
big
sir.
chef in the house.
What up?
Oysters Rockefeller. What would you think would be like? Because I make them on a barbecue.
Okay.
What do
you use when you make them in the barbecue? Explain to me your process, and I'll tell you.
All right. I shuck them myself.
Yes, sir.
Some Parmesan.
Okay.
A little bit of mozzarella, just because I like it.
Yeah.
Some parsley. A little bit of chili flake, and some lime.
Okay.
What would you do?
You put the lime in the end?
At the end.
Okay.
What would you do to make it go over the limit? For my lady. I make it for my lady, homie.
You know what? What I would do, I would probably add a little bit of smoked Gouda
Ooh.
at the end. A little bit. Don't overdo it because that smoked Gouda it's got a really, really powerful taste.
Yeah, strong taste.
But I think that with all the ingredients that you named, I think that would be just a little extra. Little extra.
What is Gouda, bro?
It's
right.
cheese.
Oh, it's cheese.
Yeah. So what you could do is take the Parmesan out and just add the Gouda.
Okay.
Yeah. It eliminate.
Well,
I mean, you say you like the Parmesan, but that's fine. But try it with the Gouda and then, make a
I'll try
determination.
that. I'll try that, big dog.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Your girl's gonna love you for that. Oh boy. Family might be getting bigger. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Much love, man. I appreciate the call.
Likewise. You guys have a buenas noches, homie.
Absolutely, you too. Dog.
Gracias.
Family might get a little bit bigger. I love that right there.
Yeah, shit.
I mean, does it? I mean, when it comes to aphrodisiacs with food, is that shit a real thing, bro?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know, you talk about that, you talk about delicacies, you talk about, you know, if you travel the world, it's way different cuisines everywhere you go. And that's just what people are brought up with, and that's just what they know. Just like I was talking about my grandma's cooking earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's your staples. You were talking about crickets earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a delicacy in a lot of countries. It's
to-
huge. That's like eating scallops out here. You know what I'm saying?
I was just like, this shit, I was fucked up, and I was
People
like, this shit
love
is
that shit.
delicious. And then I
People
thought
love
about
that
it.
shit.
Then I thought about it afterwards, and I was just, these fools were laughing at
That's
me.
real shit.
Because she called them something else. That I was just wasn't anyways, you're on Hoodstock. Talk to us. Chapulines, yeah.
Chapulines.
You're on Hoodstock. Talk to us.
Hey, look, Casey, fuck you.
Oh, I love you too, doggy. Thank you. It's something we do right here,
Hey.
dog.
Okay.
Yeah, the
I
fuck
thought
you is love.
I thought it was a hater coming in.
Nah, that's
Hater
love.
alert.
No,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, some real shit. That's how you say, hey,
that's how.
what
no.
up, big dog?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Hey, right here on Hoodstocks on the Goonie Squad, you know that's what you got to say when you
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I didn't get one. Chef didn't get one.
Get Chef one.
Fuck
Hey,
you,
Chef,
Chef.
fuck you.
My man.
Yeah, right.
I like this guy.
That's how I feel, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ain't telling me fuck you, then you ain't fucking with me. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how I
yeah.
feel in,
All
in,
right.
in life,
Yeah.
period, bro.
All right.
You know, and some
Next time I come back, I'll be put up on game. I already know.
absolutely.
So once
dog.
he says that, I'll be like, "Fuck you too, motherfucker."
yeah, and it's
You know,
love.
it's like
yeah.
saying, "Fuck, I love you too, big
Yeah,
dog."
no, that's what it is, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's
right
what
on.
it is, baby.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
What up, bro? What you got to say?
Nah, hey, I got a question for the chef.
What up, big
Hey,
dog?
dog, fucking, I've been trying to eat healthy and shit lately, you know, so I be eating.
Don't do it. It's overrated.
Is it?
Yeah, don't do that
Hey,
shit,
hey,
man.
not just cause it's fucking you know, New Year's or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
I be cooking the vegetables and shit, and I be frying them in fucking olive oil and all that stuff.
No,
like
don't do that.
squash
Don't
and-
do that. Don't do that.
anything.
If you're talking about eating healthy, steam them. Steam them.
Steam 'em?
Yeah, steam them. Put a little.
What about in one of them toaster ovens and shit? Can I toast them and shit?
No, you could do the you know what's big right now? Those air fryers.
Air fryers.
Oh yeah.
That's
Air
huge.
fryer, okay.
Put them in there. Put them in there and just you know what I mean. Make sure you know if you really want to eat healthy, do some of that like that Mrs. Dash. That shit doesn't have salt, but it still give you a good flavor. Cause
alright.
any way you fucking put a veggie, I mean, unless you're a vegetarian, I mean it's not gonna taste good. You know what I'm
'cause
saying? I like veggies. I like veggies. I like veggies.
What kind of veggies you like?
Oh, all veggies. But
Yeah.
like he said, I'll fucking saute them either butter or olive oil and fucking spice them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so what you're saying is you'll make the veggie until it's no longer good for you.
Exactly. No, until it tastes like candy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you do want to take that approach and you know what, there's nothing wrong with that. Use that air fryer. Steam them.
Yeah.
Steam them. And like I say, that Mrs. Dash is no salt. It's very healthy for you. So, yeah.
Was that like some flavoring or something?
Yeah. It's just a little flavoring. Unless you don't, you know what I mean? Unless you really want to go healthy, just fucking eat them raw. Eat them raw.
Hey, I'm trying to make my veggies look or taste like steaks and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So add bacon in the end. Sprinkle it with some bacon.
So
Yeah.
I was in a no. I appreciate you calling in, my G. Thank
Hey,
you,
I
bro.
appreciate it, man. Much love, big dog.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so I had a competition one time, dog, on a Thanksgiving cookout, and the competition was who's gonna make the best mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving, right? You know what I mean? And so I told the individual that I said, my boy, you done with, you beat. I mean, this was a very competitive individual. He takes
I
pride.
had somebody like that.
He
Yeah.
takes pride in vacuuming the house. He says nobody can vacuum the way I vacuum. Anyways, this is a long story, and this is a very feminine man that I'm in this competition with. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with vacuuming. You be good at vacuuming. That's cool, bro. You know what I mean? But I knew I had him beat because I added bacon to my mashed potatoes, baby.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with
You know
that.
what I mean? And the way I make my mashed potatoes is okay. So you put the potatoes in a pot. You get them so they can mash. You mash them. And what I put I put mayonnaise in the mashed potatoes, you know what I mean? And then I put my seasoning, and then I got my bacon. I chopped the bacon up, and I threw them in there, bro. And there was no recipe to this. It was all like, take a spoon, taste it. All right, that's not it yet. Ba, 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 woo, 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 you know what I mean? And so I had to hit mashed potatoes. Why? Because he didn't put bacon. So that, I mean, when you put...
No.
Go ahead.
Let me, because I've done mayonnaise.
Yes, sir.
Before.
Yes.
And it gives it that creaminess. It gives it that, smoothness. It does. Not too much, but it was either the bacon or it was the mayonnaise.
So
but the mayonnaise will do it, because I've done them without bacon, with mayonnaise, and just like I said, just a little bit, just to give it that, and I've gotten good compliments.
So let me tell you this too, real quick, bro. So with my girl is a chef in her own mind. All women are in the kitchen, right?
Everybody is lucky.
And
we're all chefs.
No, absolutely.
You're a chef. You're a chef. You're a chef. Everybody.
She's an amazing cook. I will not take that from her. She is absolutely amazing cook. And when our palate is trained to the person that's in the kitchen, we have our favorites and we know what we want. Make this dish because you kill it every time. We have a thing with guacamole. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Now with guacamole, I was raised by the women in my family, the Mexican women in my family. When they make guacamole, they use mayonnaise as well, bro. Yeah, to make the guacamole. And so she shitted on it, and she said, no, I use sour cream, But there's some people that don't use none of that, and they just use the seasoning. Yeah, they use the seasoning. But I put mayonnaise in my guacamole, and maybe that's to make more. I don't know why they make it like this, but the women in my family, they make it like this. They use mayonnaise, bro. Is that a no-no, bro?
For me, it's a no-no.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why it's a no-no.
Yes.
Because avocado is, first of all, it's not a vegetable, it's a fruit.
Yes.
Okay? And avocado, if it's at its right point, I mean, it's already creamy.
Yeah.
It's already...
And you don't have to add that.
I love avocados.
Yeah.
I love avocados. A lot of people, they do the... And I do it too. They do the onions, they do tomatoes, they do cilantro, they do lemon to make a traditional guacamole. If you're going to be eating with chips and shit.
Yes, sir.
If I'm going to do a dish and I'm going to add... I try not to take away from the avocado itself, because it's already good.
It's already creamy. It doesn't need the mayonnaise or the sour cream or nothing like that.
It's like I want to compare it to cooking a piece of filet mignon.
Okay.
For me, and again, this is just me. Yeah. I'm not speaking for every chef. I'm not speaking for every cook at home, but I like to respect my ingredients. If you already have a good piece of meat, like a cut, like filet mignon, a beef tenderloin, why fuck it up? Add a little kosher salt, a little fresh cracked pepper, and that's it.
Okay.
Let the own flavors from the actual ingredient bring the flavors to life, and that's for me. For avocado, I wouldn't add.
Absolutely.
That's just me. Not taking away from.
I didn't create the recipe.
Yeah,
I mean, and I'm not saying it's perfection, but sometimes we put forward what we were taught as a young child.
Absolutely.
So how about this? So I like to, heading out of this podcast, I like to make.
What you mean? We're done?
No, we ain't done yet. Bro.
Okay.
So when it comes, I try to say that I have a specialty in making baby back ribs. You know what I mean? And so let me tell you what I do.
I hate to cut you off, but
cut me off.
That's not an easy dish to make. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people think ribs, okay, throw them on the grill, whatever. But to have a good baby back rib, I mean, you gotta have a plan.
Yeah,
you gotta have a plan in mind, or you have to have a fucking super recipe.
So this is my plan, and my plan is based on YouTube. Okay.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
Sometimes if I don't know something,
absolutely,
I'll look it up and I'll see what other people know.
That's a good avenue. Yeah.
And apply it.
Yeah.
So what I do is I use apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
I use so what I'll do is I'll marinate the baby back ribs in apple cider vinegar, apple juice, and then I'll put my spices on it and I'll marinate it. Okay. I'll marinate it overnight. And in the morning, I wake up, I get the grill going. I char the ribs butt naked on the grill.
Yeah.
Back.
Sear 'em,
And
yeah.
I sear 'em. There you
Lock
go.
the flavor in.
Yeah, I sear them
Yes,
back
sir. Yes,
and
sir.
forth.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And then I pull it off. I put it in the foil. And a lot of times I'll put the same ingredients back in there, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll put the same ingredients back in there, wrap them up thoroughly, and I'll put them on there for X amount of time. I'll open them up. I'll put the barbecue sauce. Usually my go-to is Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Okay. Even though my boy Preston has been going to Texas lately, and every time he goes to Texas,
he's bringing that shit back.
No, I tell him, bro. I said, bro, bring me some barbecue sauce back, dog.
Yeah.
And
Texas huge for barbecue.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck is up, dog. But he's brought me several bottles of barbecue sauce back, dog, and they have been absolute fire, dog. Get him a beer, yeah, please, dog. They've been absolute fire, dog. I don't know what is up with Texas. I mean, does Texas have an upper hand on us when it comes to barbecue?
Absolutely. Yeah, Texas shit. Texas and Kansas City is fucking barbecue state capitals. Yeah.
I mean, how was your barbecue game?
Oh shit. Almost shit. Every game.
Is that disrespect?
Every game is good. Every game is good, yeah. But I like what you're saying as far as your the way you approach it, and shit, I would like to try those.
Yeah, no.
I've had them. They're delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
But they say
Big luck, Chef Luck.
I mean,
My man.
my culinary school was prison, and I started off with noodle soups, dog.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And
Soups and sauces,
then you went,
baby.
Soups and sauces. And then you went to the full spread, huh? And you started inviting guests. Yeah.
I mean, what is your take on spreads, prison spreads? I mean, I know you had a couple.
You know what? I did a few, stretches in the county jail. Never went to prison.
Yeah.
Never went to prison. But
Good for you.
those were. I just you know what? At that time, I was like, fuck that. I love my freedom too much, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I got a taste of it, but shit wasn't for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to walk out in the morning in front of my house, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You ain't got to speak.
Pick up the morning paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, in other words, what you're saying is when it comes to the spreads.
The spreads. I did have some few spreads, and it's just they're fucking chefs in there too, man.
I
these
mean,
these motherfuckers. I'm telling you, man. You save this, you save this, you save this, and not even that, with some nice pruno too.
Yeah,
a little nice pruno. On the
rocks.
cup of noodle cup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And next thing you know, everybody's singing down the fucking tier. But
yeah,
I experienced them. I mean, I honestly, I honestly believe everybody has a chef within them. It could be you cooking at home. It could be you cooking at the county jail. It could be you cooking at a big fucking hotel in Las Vegas. But everybody has that chef in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just some people they do it for a living, like myself.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
And you said that like the biggest gangster in the world.
Oh,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Gangster shit.
Some people,
You gotta
they
keep
do it
it
for a living
gangsta.
like me.
You gotta keep
what I
it
mean?
gangsta.
That shit sounded like a line in a movie or something,
right,
dog.
man.
He's gonna say some
Well,
people.
shit,
you know what I mean?
hopefully somebody watching this shit, man. I'm ready to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm ready to fucking start filming tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yesterday, right? Let's go. So check it out. From the looks of it, we're getting a lot of donations to move into the bigger studio, which is 3 times this size,
Nice,
and it has its own personal bathroom.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Which is down the hallway. But so I would like to do a cooking segment with
Absolutely.
you, bro. Just a
Absolutely.
straight cooking segment where we set up, like we can set up like electric ovens.
I have them.
Yeah, we can set up
I
all
have
that
all that
shit,
shit.
bro.
I have all that shit.
And we can really like do a cooking show, bro. Right, Casey?
Yeah, we can.
There's some rules and regulations as far as the building. You got to make sure if you are cooking, there's got to be a hood exhaust to. But I mean, you guys figure it out. If you guys are down, I'm down.
Well,
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen in front of the building.
No, we do is we will get a shop vac to suck out
There you
all that.
go. Gangster shit.
All loud.
I mean, we'll be. We can figure it out, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we did it at the old studio, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there was no fucking.
Well, they had high ceilings.
It was high ceilings, yeah.
Or how about this? And I was talking to my club president about it, Long Beach Lloyd. Like I said, he has he has his podcast, Lowriding with Lloyd, and I said, why don't we do a Plata Plomo cooking show? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll bring the crew to you. So that might be something we could do. You guys come to my spot.
Yeah.
You know, I have a full kitchen, and we can make it happen. You guys just come and record, and
we can do it.
and
like
then
that.
we all eat and drink and smoke, and then we do it all over again. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
for sure.
Days like that should be repeated 7 days
Yes,
out the
sir.
week, bro.
Yes, sir.
So what is cooking? I mean, have you been able to travel the world from cooking? I mean, what have you?
I've been able to travel the world for cooking some, but you know, I'm a big baseball fanatic.
Okay, speak on that.
I love baseball. I want to say like maybe 3 years ago, my daughter gave me 4 years ago. My daughter gave me a major league passport. And if you don't know what a major league passport is, it's a leather binder that has all 30 ballparks in it. And once you go visit the ballpark, they stamp it and make it official. You know what I'm saying? And my goal is to see all 30 ballparks.
Wow.
You know? So in 2 years, I did 12. And that's being a little aggressive. We went to Boston, we went to Chicago, and I traveled with my buddy Scott, same guy that I've been talking about.
Yeah.
You know, so we've made it a mission to go see some of these stadiums together. We went to Atlanta last year with my son, my wife. But that's a big thing for me. When I'm not in the kitchen and I want to relax, I love baseball.
Yeah.
And I love to golf.
I've seen that.
I love to golf. Oh, yeah.
Can I golf with you one time, bro?
Absolutely. Shit.
I mean, I've never golfed before, bro.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter. You're going to have a good time.
I mean, I feel like the it's something that we're missing out on, and when it comes to like homies from the hood and shit, you know what I mean? Because, like, I mean, I don't know how many like. It seems like motherfuckers really have a good time golfing. Like they're driving that golf cart all drunk. I mean, they're just really having a good time.
And again, you don't gotta be good. You just got the whole point is to get out there, camaraderie with your friends.
Be with the right people, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The trees and drinking beers. You know, smoking cigars.
Yeah,
it's a real deal. Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, at least for me, that's my therapy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I love that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about the Lakers? Are you a Lakers fan?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I haven't been keeping up. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping up. I know they've been struggling.
Yeah, they're in the slumps right now.
Much love to the Lakers, King James. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, absolutely. All LA. Dodgers, Lakers. I'm a Raider fan.
Yeah.
You know, we just had a tough loss the other day, but
yeah.
You know what I mean? Bounce back.
I mean,
every year we say that, right?
Did the Rams win, bro? They lost?
Oh, no way.
Get the fuck
like
out.
They won.
34-11.
They won.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Rams.
They're trying to host that Super Bowl, and they're trying to be in it.
Yeah, that'd be
We
tight.
got Snoop, we got Dre, we got everybody over there. Eminem,
God.
that's fucking that lineup right there.
So I wanna edit like this, bro. So when it comes to the chef world, the cooking world, I mean, so when it comes to the rap world, with a lot of homies that I have on here, there's a ceiling to them, bro. I mean, do we when it comes to the cooking world, bro, does the homies have the same obstacle to face? Because of the stigma or so on and so forth.
As far as the chef moving up, or
as far as the chef moving up, I mean, it seems.
I don't think I'm understanding the.
Or like, okay, so there's this quote where it said a brown man is called a cook and a white man's called a chef.
No.
Okay.
No, because if you go into like a lot of the Chinese food restaurants and the big ones,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You go into like a commercial Benihanas or something like that. It's all Mexican chefs in there cooking.
Yeah.
On the back, either they're prepping or.
Yeah.
So honestly, I mean, people know that. You know, do they get recognized like they should? Probably not. But you know the real. I mean,
And that's
You know what I'm saying?
and that is the craziest statement ever, bro. And because it's the realest statement, because it's funny when you can go into a Chinese restaurant,
Absolutely.
bro, and you see
They're all Mexicans in the back, big
you
dog.
see a bunch of
They're all
Mexicans.
Mexicans. Yeah. I think the only one is the cashier and the one bringing you to the table.
As you should, right? I mean,
So that's very SoCal based, and I mean I wouldn't say I've been to many restaurants in northern of America.
It's different. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, going back to your question, I think, do we get the recognition that we deserve? Probably not. But if you look at, what's moving and what's driving this culinary to the future, it's us.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, so, and this is something that crossed my mind real quick, and I want to throw this out here real quick.
Let me go back a little bit because I have a lot of chef friends.
Okay.
And some of them might be watching tonight, not taking back from a white chef or from a black chef.
Absolutely not, bro.
No. I mean, I've worked with them all, and I learned from them all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I appreciate them all.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
bro. And I don't
yeah.
ever. This isn't like.
Oh, no, yeah.
This isn't a target practice to shit on another race.
Yeah,
something like that.
no.
It's
I know
just it's trying to. I tried to like combine two different genres together and see if there was the same difficulties. But let me ask you this right now. So the George Foreman grill. We have different like when it comes to like just like capitalizing on the cooking world, you know what I mean? You have the Martha Stewart brand, you know what I mean? You have just different cooking books. I mean, have you ever thought about capitalizing on maybe like a cooking book or something on the lines of that?
Absolutely. A cooking book, yes. A George Foreman grill or something like that, no, because I mean,
it's a different type of market, right?
Yeah. I mean, but definitely a cooking book, absolutely.
I mean, what would be a cooking book? What would a cooking book consist of your recipes? You know what I mean? Like, what would you target? Would it be the Mexican food? Would it?
No. I would do it all. I would do it all. I would do it all, but I would give you the authentics, and then I'll give you some of the high class shit. So the book will be split in two. You know?
Yeah.
You have your basics for your beginners. And then once you graduate, give that fucking gourmet shit.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you've seen, but Snoop has a cooking book.
No.
Yeah, Snoop.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Snoop. He has a cooking book. It's called From Crook to Cook. You should check it out. It's nice. I actually, that was the first time I met Snoop. And it was just because I was fascinated that Snoop affiliated himself with cooking, and that day I went. Actually, my wife went early that morning because I was at work, waited in line to get a wristband, and that day I met Snoop, and I was able to get his cookbook and have it signed, and I got a chance to chop it up with Snoop, and we're just talking food, and I mean, I would love to do a cookbook. After I saw that, I'm thinking, fuck, I could do a cookbook. Yeah.
I think you should do a cookbook.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you could choose your top 3 cuisines and you can only choose 3, what would they be?
I would do Mexican for sure, Chinese, and Italian.
What kind of Chinese would you do?
And any order.
But what Chinese dish and what Italian dish?
Chinese dish, I would go definitely with a fried rice, a shrimp and pork fried rice. But again, when I say that, it's cooking rice first and not taking any shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? Doing it. Either you're reading the recipe or you've done it before, which I've done it before, and doing it authentic. You know what I'm saying? Not just you're gonna make fucking fried rice and that's it, it's done. But I would definitely do like a shrimp pork fried rice. And as far as Italian, chicken parm is one of my favorite. A nice chicken parm. I like we're talking about eating healthy earlier. I do a good eggplant parmesan, and I think that was one of the last pictures I posted on my Instagram. But a good eggplant parmesan. People think of eggplant like, ugh,
Never had it before in my life.
what the fuck is that? And I use the Asian eggplant, which is the longer.
Does it look like the emoji or not?
It looks longer than the fucking emoji.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. It's yeah. It's like about like that, but yeah, it's bringing that stuff, and again, when I cook at home, it's like, you know, letting the kids try it, and honestly, like my son had never had it. Good. Because you have to bread it, you have to deep fry it, you have to, you know what I'm saying? So it's you wouldn't know it's eggplant, but it's being creative like that. It's bringing new shit to the table. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I like to do.
So could you make like an eggplant like milanesa? Is that something that we could?
Well, you could. It would just, yeah, you could. It just won't be like a milanesa. It'll just be a smaller. If you use the bigger one, just
Interesting.
You slice it thin.
Yeah.
Same breading process, same frying process, and then you add your meat. Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you choose for the Mexican one? And I have a dumb question after this.
Fucking tacos, eh?
That's right.
Tacos, eh? Because wait, let me
Okay.
elaborate on that a
Yeah.
little bit. Tacos, because tacos you could do fucking fish tacos, you could do carne asada tacos, you could do
Veggie tacos.
you could do, you know what I mean? And that's, I mean, fuck, who doesn't
Yeah.
like a fucking good taco, man? You know I do.
Yeah. So my question is, and I've debated this for my entire life: if I make Italian food in a wok, is it technically Chinese food?
Fuck, that's shit.
If you want, we can slap this.
No.
Right now.
Unless you fucking serve it on a plate with chopsticks. Yeah, no, you're good. As long as nobody sees, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just you're using a different fucking cooking device. You're using a, you know what I mean, a different method, but you're still going towards your final product and what you want to do. No, it doesn't matter. Unless there's still fucking teriyaki sauce in there, it's gonna taste weird.
You know,
Can you explain to us what umami is? Umami flavor, right? Isn't that like basically the pinnacle of every category of like salt, fat, acid, heat?
MSG, is that what you're talking about?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, I can't talk much.
So
on that,
so
yeah.
chicken bouillon, right?
Yeah.
Which would basically be considered an MSG.
Yeah.
Is a staple in Mexican cuisine.
Oh, absolutely.
And little do we know is that's considered MSG.
Yeah,
That was
yeah. It's not good for you, but it tastes good.
right. It's
Yeah. Oh no, it's huge in the Mexican cuisine. Yeah.
top 5 restaurants.
Top 5 restaurants. Shit, it's a good one. There's a couple awesome taco spots. One being Guisados. It's on.
fire.
Yeah, it's on Sunset, right next to Dodger Stadium.
And they just opened a marisco spot right up the street.
No.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get that one next.
I think it's called like Plaitas or something.
Yeah.
But it's right up the street.
I got a really, really close joint too that we go to all the time. And it's a ceviche place. It's called Colimas. It's like an oyster.
Oh, Señor Colima?
It's
That's the one
it's in La Habra.
Yeah, that one's so fire. Fuck!
That one's fire.
And then they have one in Hacienda Heights.
Yeah, they have one in
But the La
Hacienda.
Habra one's the best.
I never been to the one in Hacienda Heights, but the one in La Habra,
Yeah.
they know us because, you know, I owned a house in La Habra, and we would go, I mean, we're still there. I moved to Brea, but they know us already by names. They already know what we fucking want to drink and
Yeah,
everything else. But
that
yeah,
place.
that's fire. So where am I at, 2?
Yeah, you're at 2. Both solid.
Okay, so Heroes in Fullerton.
Okay, right there downtown Fullerton.
Yeah, Heroes in Fullerton. It's big portions. I mean, not gourmet shit, but they have staple dishes that, you know, you go and just the atmosphere is fucking amazing.
Throw peanuts on the floor.
Yeah. You throw it, helps the floor. It helps the wax from the peanuts help cure the floor at that place.
Say no more.
So I'm at 3.
You're 3.
Yeah.
Oh shit. See,
Hey, these are the spots. Like he ain't saying no motherfucking like TGI Fridays. And
No, man.
These are the spots. These are the honeycomb hideouts that motherfuckers look for and spend a gang of money.
Staying in Fullerton, there's also another place in Fullerton. It's called Three Saucy Broads.
Yeah, it's the best pizza right there. Ooh, that pizza's fire.
And you could be sitting at the bootleggers and they'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
That's
Three
for
saucy
pizza.
broads.
For pizza, or I'll go to Venice Beach or San Diego. They have an awesome spot for pizza. It's called the what the fuck is that place called? Doesn't matter. But let me give you my last one. My last one will be. I like to go to King Taco, man.
There you go, baby.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
Easy, baby.
I'm probably gonna go to King Taco after this.
Yeah.
Get some fucking
they're just so consistent.
Yeah, well, you know what? We grew up on that shit, man.
Yeah.
We grew up right there on 30 McBride, the one on.
Yeah. Right up to 710.
Yeah. And just let me go back a little bit. Back in the days.
Yeah.
Fucking cruising. It was a cruising spot. I mean, I'm talking about fucking bumper to bumper. That was just a spot after everybody came after the house parties.
Shout out to that fool with the big 357 right there, too.
Yeah, but check it out, man. Everybody used to go down there and they used to park like down the block. We used to be at the homies' pad, just fucking hiding. As soon as they parked and shit and walked up, we figured, okay, it'll be an hour and a half before they come back. We fucking stealing everything. Stereo speakers and not something that I'm proud of, but
Hey, it's part of the history, baby. You know what I mean? It's part of the sauce.
yeah. I
Soups
believe in
and sauce.
karma. I believe in karma. So
I do too, bro.
if I do good every day, all that shit will erase at one point.
Absolutely,
Yes, sir.
as it should.
Soups and sauces.
Soups and sauces.
Yes,
Let's end it with this. 3 top movies and 3 atop of your hip hop artist.
3 top movies. Scarface being number 1. Goodfellas. And
Casino. Oh, wait.
Happy
no.
Gilmore. Yeah! I love that fucking movie, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Shooter
man.
McGavin.
Yeah,
Hey, what
Shooter
was... Hey, what's the movie with Denzel Washington when he's in fucking TJ?
No, Training Day too. Training Day is up there with me.
What is the movie with Denzel Washington was in when he's in Mexico and he's blowing everything up, bro?
That's with Pita. Remember, he's the bodyguard.
Yeah. That's
And then they kidnap the girl and he fucking wipes everybody out. I love that flick
boy,
too.
G for that.
Yeah,
Did you watch the movie Chef with John Leguizamo?
I did not. And you know what? People told me to check it out, and I haven't got a chance to do it. I'm not a big movie guy unless it is a Scarface or if it's a documentary. I love documentaries. You know what I'm saying?
So
real shit.
Absolutely. So, what's your music of choice? I said hip hop, but what is your music of choice?
I love it all. And it just
So let's do it like this: 3 top artists of all music when it comes to you.
Frank Sinatra,
Ooh, okay, that's interesting.
Snoop Dogg,
Yeah. OG.
and I'm gonna do Bob Marley.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, Chef Jay-Z, baby. Bless the platform, Hoodstocks, dog.
Check it out. Before we go though, I want to give you something. I know everybody brought gifts. This is something that we got it pressed yesterday actually.
Anything that comes in a Ziploc bag is fire.
So this is a shirt from our car club,
Oh shit.
and we just not anybody has a shirt unless you're from the club.
Damn.
So
That's dope.
we wanted to bless you with this, man.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you
And of
so
course,
much, son.
much love to Plata, Plomo.
Yeah.
Big Lloyd. What up, big dog?
This shit is
Gibbs,
awesome, dog.
Junior,
Yeah.
Mario, everybody.
Ooh, and I love the material.
Those are
baby.
your colors too.
These are my colors, dog. Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
And it's the
And of
perfect
course,
size.
Hood Rays,
Yeah, Hood Raised too, baby.
clothing,
Because I'm
lifestyle.
his friend.
My nephew
Lifestyle.
Johnny,
Yeah, shout out to Johnny, dog.
Chris, everybody over there. Chinny chin chin. Much love to those guys because those guys are always supporting too, man. And I honestly believe that you can't move forward unless you have people that are promoting you, people that are on your side. So I appreciate you having me on, and I'm sure that it's gonna help me grow as a man and as a entrepreneur and everything that I'm doing in my line of work.
You know, dog, that and that's coming from a man, dog. You know what I mean? And I love that you say that, bro, because this year, dog, I'm bigging up all the homies, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up, dog. I'm bigging up. I ain't fucking around, dog. You know what I mean? Like, this is the year, as my boy Young Beef says, this is the year of the Cholo, dog. And you know what? For so long, I tried to stay out of the box. I wasn't trying to, but you know what? This year, I'm staying in the box, dog.
My man.
And I'm bigging up the homies, dog.
Yes, sir.
Straight
Yes, sir.
up. Don't play with it, dog. You know what I mean? And this has been, this has been a fucking good ass fucking podcast, dog. We almost didn't have it due to other things.
Yeah, we almost didn't have this shit. Everybody don't know that shit. Everybody don't know the behind the scenes. But
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Lucky maybe probably 2:00 p.m. today, and it was like, you know, this might not happen due to, you know, COVID protocols and all this shit and that. And he called me back an hour later and said, you know what, let's fucking knock this shit out.
And we did.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did,
Yeah.
dog.
And I'm not gonna lie, man. It's my first fucking podcast. I'm honored to be on here with you, Lucky, and you made me feel comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we put the story out, and
You know, it's a collaboration, bro. And honestly, like, your energy, my energy, like, we caught a wave.
Yeah,
And we just, bro,
absolutely.
we rode that shit all the way into the
Absolutely.
beach, baby. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it felt good.
Yeah.
And it was good, dog. And this is just something that we will do throughout the fucking year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And having you on, bro, is always you officially a part of the Hoodstocks family.
Much love.
Yeah, and
Much
we're gonna move into the bigger studio, and we're gonna get, even without a fucking ventilation fan, we're gonna have you cooking that bitch, even if we get smoked the
we'll
fuck
make it
out.
happen. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna make it
We'll
happen,
figure it out.
dog.
Much love to Hoodstocks, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for having the engineers over here behind the scenes that nobody really sees there. They're putting in work, and that's why this show is so successful, man. Much love.
Absolutely, dog.
Yes, sir.
Everybody give it up for Chef Jay-Z.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Much love.